and that actually puts us up as being live, and I actually have the thing recording, which is good.
Yep. Hello world!
Yes. It is always an interesting thing when you have those things going. I thought, I had that running for a little while, I should probably actually transition it over.
10 print, hello world,
No.
20, go to 10.
No.
So, while people are sorting themselves out, I'll have people introduce who they are and what they're playing. So first we have Paul.
Alright, I'm Paul, I'm playing Passim, human, bard.
Alright, I'll just talk to my bard then, I don't know.
You are the one everyone knows.
Oh yes, I'm the one everybody knows.
The friendly bastard friend.
I've completely forgotten.
That's okay, that's what I'm here for. I don't remember everyone's stats, but I do remember some things. And there are some cases I didn't remember what race you are, but hey, I remember some details.
You're just a human, aren't you?
Yeah, human.
Human bard.
That everybody knows.
And then we have Peter.
The friendly neighborhood bard.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Lady Dawn of Chengoff. She is the ugly priestess of the god of man
That you know of.
that I know of.
Maybe more to come.
Yeah, well, if she's so bad, yes.
Well, no, and there was a visitation on Wednesday from 2 cats.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And someone's a bit worried about why cats are interested in you. His character are afraid of cats. He said, I hate cats, and then they started talking to him in his mind.
Of course I did.
One using Infernal and one using Celestial.
Yeah, he seemed very upset. So I promptly noticed his facial reaction and said,
And this is why they were following the old guy who was taking them to the office. And the old guy was basically, the amount of time it would take to cross this room to that door would probably be about 10 to 20 minutes. It's like, follow me.
So like old prodigy.
But he did a lot slower for these guys than anyone else. There's definitely a test of patience. Well, every time they asked me a question, he'd pause and turn to look at them, but not actually answer, and then continue on. So, very quickly, don't ask me a question why, because it might take us forever to get to where we're going. Does the test start when we get out of this door before we get to where we're going? Because it shouldn't count with his walking time. That had been said again. So, step 1. You get to introduce yourself.
I'm playing Paul Samara, the Green Dervish, and I'm playing Eric, who is the route to Aerostil.
And potential spy for another group.
I mainly that's a medic / scout kind of, but I use a longbow and heal from the far.
And there is a very good expansion feat for Battle Medic called, I can't remember what it is, but it's one about actually ignoring gods, and it allows you to use your Battle Medic every hour like you do on a treat injury. So it means that as an action every hour you can go, hey, can I heal you? And it's like, and I treat injury you.
Good.
I think it's Godless Healing, it's called. Which I think comes from that book. Okay, then we have Morgan.
Hi, my name is Morgan and I'm Quest. I'm an Archbard.
The one who almost ended up being the leader of the group, but failed by a dice roll.
It's my job to tell tall tales and get the party into trouble.
That sounds like a leader.
And then we have Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. Fabulous Harry Potter, yeah!
He's been missing for a while.
A very long time, Harry.
Fabulous!
Sashina? Was it always a she? Yeah. I didn't pay that much attention. Like I said, I remember most of the character stuff, not all of it. I remember Parry Hart, but that was about it.
No, I'm male, but the countess.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Like she's
Oh, she's Parry Countess is better.
She's summoned.
And then we have M.
And User, actually, Orc, who is also now currently the
Caretaker.
caretaker of the party gold.
And the party leader.
Baby, yeah, more like that, the babysitter. And Poppy, who also seems to be very traumatized about our now current leader, which I'm very impressed with.
Which brings us to Kira.
Alright, I am the lieutenant when Janzo the leader is not around. So I am playing the wizard who doesn't come out very often.
Come out of the closet.
who is a spatula wielding canteen lady who finally realized she needed a thesis and wrote one really fast. What did we end up calling it? The Wizardly
Guide of Organised Housewife.
which I think really sums up.
Is this going to be airing on Channel 7 or something?
So yeah.
Well, today in Pathfinder, we're talking about how to use the correct spatula.
Long title insert here.
I had to remember the name for my thesis.
Okay, so as a remembrance of what had been happening, you had been going through Pathfinder Aspirant training, which if you manage to survive for 3 years and the final ruling 2 weeks of testing at the end, you get a trainee Pathfinder. So you get from the someone that has no rights to someone that has very little rights. So you actually get some rights. So it's better than having no rights whatsoever.
The last right, sorry.
Slave, the class citizen.
Yeah. What do you mean? There's actually a class system there? I thought it was better slave.
Oh, wow. You've been promoted to all rights. You don't have to live anymore.
Well, for each year that you passed through the training, you were treated better. Because that meant that they invested at least a year into you. And now they've invested 3 years into you, they need to know if they actually need to finish investing in you or just send you on your way. One way or the other. Because they do have the equivalent of last rights of sending you to your final death.
Oh, and just to make a note at the start, Juza has been conversing with his little glass bead every day.
Has it spoken back yet?
No.
You gotta keep working.
I know.
So,
Juza is contemplating doing it twice a day now.
It's alright. Insanity is contagious. Keep it away from us.
eventually it will talk back. So, you were given the first day of testing where you had to go off and do various puzzles. The puzzles were not the test. The puzzles were meant to test in various other ways. So, getting a box of books for the Senazi faction was not actually about getting the box of books. It was about how you got about getting the box of books. Getting the maps from the Aspirant faction wasn't about getting the maps. It was about showing initiative and coordination and teamwork, which was a lot harder than half the things than that. Then the Cheliax one was about your ability to work with very minimal instruction and not do anything too stupid. So that was a legal test. They were more than happy to kill off those who tried to open the box. The box was it was to kill you if you opened it.
Is that the one that we dropped on someone's foot?
And then you also had the test
That we also
of
lost.
whether or not you were smart enough to give up something to overwhelming odds and then report it. Because if you weren't smart enough to give something up to overwhelming odds, you died. And that was done by one of the also less worried about death groups, the Shadow Lodge. So the Sheliacs, who worship devils, were the ones that had the first lethal tests, and the follow-up test to their test was also.
And we survived.
Yep.
Somehow.
And amusingly, your group survived better than the previous groups. You had the most spunk given to the people in return, whereas the other group that is still currently going, their leader at the time decided to tell everyone to pause for a moment. He stepped into the shadows, got shanked by the rogue of that group and told if he makes a noise they'll kill him. Their mage stepped out dressed as him and walked them right into the worst ambush possible.
Oh,
So, all ways you could have gone worse.
that's good to know.
And that's not counting the ones that absolutely got killed. And then you had the second day of testing after a week's downtime, where you met TN from the Lantern Lodge. You got to go to a party with skyrockets and lots of interesting food and people. You got to meet the Andoran leader, who is very pompous and likes to hear himself talk. Doesn't really like to be interrupted, but he's very good at making pronouncements and walking off. Probably not. He is that way a lot, especially when he's putting it on.
I thought I dropped up in the train class.
And he's not very easy to take on either. And then you had this the Quidera faction, who managed to convince one of you to sign away rights. And then you went out of your way to not actually fulfill that. And the person who was doing most of that organising was doing so while being listened in by the people who he was doing it against.
Oh, it was equal at least for me.
Each of you had a wayfinder, and each of you had a wayfinder, everything you said was written down.
Yeah.
So I had this nice little log of everything you said on that second quest.
I'm just hoping you get extra points for being creative.
Well, they didn't kill you, and they didn't expel you, because because the guy was a venture captain, he just wasn't the leader of the faction. He just calls himself Trade Prince, even though he has the title of venture captain overseas. And as a venture captain, his word is law. And you didn't find that out until after the fact that he actually was a venture captain. So by going up against what he said and intentionally screwing with it, you could have been kicked out of the society. But he was a good sort, he just banned you from buying stuff. Well, he punishes people, he just hits them where it hurts. He is a trade prince after all. You can always buy yourself out of problems. And for him, money talks. And there's also, I did forget about the orphanage debacle, where you almost got everyone executed for accusing a noble of a crime. When Lady Norm would have stepped up and said, look, I'm a noble as well.
Yeah, Lady Dawn. Wait, which one is this?
When you accuse the orphanage leader of crimes against humanity. and then you got taken,
that little thing.
then you got taken to court, and she walked into the courtroom and you all were left outside. Lady Dawn could have demanded entrance by stating who she was. But it requires a noble to demand or to actually do it. They don't give that away freely.
Yep.
One of the factions actually sells noble titles. So you can use your prestige flag. Gives you nothing but a noble title, but it's still a noble title. Owning property doesn't give you a noble title.
Right, you have to be a noble to own property in that area.
No goblins, the people in that area are nobles. A noble may not sell a property unless you pay a stupid amount, and may pay less depending on what rank you are. But that's very possible. And so you will spend a couple of days after the fact where Fidget has got a reputation around town.
Oh, that's right.
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
And it was where Janzo got elected captain, and got elected lieutenant, and it was Doomsday got elected keeper of said no, without any actual title. So Doomsday gets no benefit from it, except for the fact that the party now has a watch person over the other two. And then so you're up to day 3 from the actual second day of testing, and you've got another 3 days to get through before you get to the next one. And if you want to do anything during that, so it's the following in-game world Friday that you go on the next quest.
First, would like to go work our money into normal money rather than these foreign coins, which taste horrible.
So, which one tastes the best to you? Varisian?
Yeah, that one. That's the
No, that's the one that's only accepted in Varisia. Which is where you're going in the end anyway.
In the end.
So you have been told that once you complete day 3 of testing, completion of day 3 gets you shipped off to Varisia. There is no buying stuff in town, there is no resting. If you succeed, you go to Varisia. And that's where you start your traineeship.
what they use.
In town, they use all the coins, but depending on who you try to give the coin to is how they take it.
Because it's worth different. It is a different fact.
It's different to everyone. Some people will not touch Chevalier coins, some people will not touch Otehr coins. Some people will look at Varisan coins and go, don't know what if that's real or not. Some people will go, oh, you've got some Epsilon coins, of course you're a fantastic person, we should all worship you. Because the city is the centre of the world as far as they're concerned. And it was where the god of humanity resided for while he was a god and living amongst the people. This was his home. Of becoming a god?
No, living amongst the people. The unwashed masses.
I believe they chose to live with him, not the other way around. He was the last of the Aslanti. Except, that's not exactly true because there are other Aslanti running around. Just not pure Aslanti. But again, that's also not true because there are some pure Aslanti running around, but we'll find out about that later. There's always these exceptions to the rule.
Just like how we have these tiny cats that we're not really supposed to be able to see running around.
And there's also been a lot of book signings done by a celestial tiger. So much so that he made it into Wednesday's game as well. It was more done in passing, so they still don't know what's going on there. But one of them has been told until he appears in Lord Hank, he's now in trouble. And he was told that in Celestial and Infernal at the same time. So he's now in fear of the cat god Hank.
They don't know who Lord Hank is.
Two cats of celestial and infernal nature told him he was in the bad and had to appease them. But had to appease Lord Hank. Didn't give any details about how to do so, when to do so, or where to do so.
Ooh, sounds like someone could be getting a big pot of gold.
But he was also the sole surviving member of the third remaining Pathfinder group that was doing a test. So now you're down to 2 for the final day.
So what does this other test involve?
They haven't told you yet. They just say it will involve some overland travel, some water travel, and some negotiation skills. So if you fail in all 3 of those, then you don't need to come back.
Trail in one, okay?
it's completely up to you how badly you fail.
That seems fair.
But if it's the sea travel that you fail in, it might be hard to come back.
Yeah, that's also fair.
Even though you could technically swim there and back.
I'm pretty tiny, I think I'd last me long.
And any sharks in between might just go...
Tiny little cracker.
The snack.
Yeah, it's like it's probably better to be the size of a peanut, but you know. Good pick. Cool. So we have how many days down?
You are on day 3 from when you return from Keep, so that means you have another 3 days before you need to head off.
Do I need to escort people out, or can they go out on their own?
You still need to escort them out. And so it has to be one of your personality doing the escort, because the Wayfinder only works with the personality while it's active.
I might just see if anyone's going anywhere on any of these
So
days.
that they can something from you for Wayfinders. So anyone can pick up a Wayfinder, but it does nothing for them. The Pathfinders have made it a matrix of their own.
Nope, it doesn't appear on those 3 days, you're fine.
Are they all for Janzo?
It's today, well, that day, and then they go to both being Janzo.
Okay, so what would anyone like to do on your day 3?
Most of mine is
Would you have spent some time dealing with the Countess? And some of the other people. And Harry seems to be returned to the world a lot happier than before. You have no idea what Harry's been up to, and Harry won't say.
yeah,
Or whatever.
Didn't even know you were missing. Actually, it just means it's...
So not safe for work back beyond. This is actually now the
Well, as is the organised housely wife wizard, she'll spend the day washing all of the clothes for Bridget and Janzo, tidying up and, doing boring things.
Okay.
Well, humming a jaunty tune, I'm sure.
So, anyone else want to drag yourself out somewhere? So where does Quest want to drag out other people to? The closest tavern? There are taverns inside the Pathfinder Society compound. Equipment shops. They even have equipment shops too. Well, they are a enclosed society by themselves. They get most things imported because they are not liked. They are a public secret society.
But they're so friendly.
Well, they're known to be, as friendly as they have been to you, to everyone else.
Including clothes and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, no, I want to go outside. You was fine.
I think the last few days, I was going to the fight club that the Betrayal has had set up that I did not know about, and enjoyed myself there.
Well, you do get to watch a whole bunch of elves and dwarves fighting. Very few orcs join in. Apparently they don't last long.
I'm sure I joined in on a couple of these days.
You do notice that you are a bit outclassed by even the elves.
I'm still having fun. Learning.
Well, they sort of look like they're experienced brawlers, and you're still learning. Whereas most of the orcs who try to join in are not even up to your level.
Because they're city slicker orcs. Which I also found out very readily in the first few days. But yeah, no, I just I want to learn. Getting my ass handed to me doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt quite as much as my home car.
I'll probably turn up to some random soirees that are happening. And for some reason, listening, oh yeah, well, you're not on here, but you should be. Here you go.
Well, you do get to turn up to quite a few interesting events.
Yeah.
They're having quite a few state equivalent dinners. And you were just let in without even checking the list. It's like, oh yeah, we know you. And you find that most of the people are more than happy to talk politics and stuff. And there's a lot of talk about how Varisian magic is different to anything else they've come across, because it's based on a tradition that no one ever practices. And all their magical artifacts are starting to come alive. They've been coming alive for the last 3 years. Which is when they started recruiting people from Varisia. Strangely that. And so this is one of the major topics of conversation, because apparently your group has been touted as one of the lead investigative groups being sent to the region.
Lead investigating. Someone got a promotion.
If they survive.
There's that nagging little bit, isn't it?
If they don't survive, they'll pass one of their older groups. Or try to advance one of the younger groups. They might only get 2 years instead of 3 years training.
So the reason we're the lead is that we're the end of the 10-foot pole set of the trap.
What
a lovely analogy.
It's all.
That's what trainee means in their terms.
If we come back, good. If we don't, they've got more information.
If you come back, good. If you don't come back, good.
Yeah.
As long as someone comes back and says, why you didn't come back? If you didn't come back at all, then they have to go to the expense of sending someone else along.
Oh, that'd be such an inconvenience for me.
It would, because they have to figure out where you were. Okay, so you end up with day 3 wandering around with Fight Club. So Dooza returns that night covered in bruises.
I ask if you'd like me to help you clean them thoroughly with some very lovely, stingy antibacterial cream that, reminds you of your mean parents.
Judah kind of like looks at the ground, like at the dirt, and goes, "No, I'm good."
She gives her
Points with mud.
She just gives you the motherly, stare of disappointment.
See the little 8-year-old just gave you the disappointed look.
I feel at this point that Judah would probably like pick you up, just for the hell of it.
Put you on the shelf. Pink.
Well, apparently you sometimes don't like getting picked up. Other times you go batshit crazy, and then the other guy doesn't really care very much.
It's a little manhandly, but if you feel the need to, you can pick me up.
Oh, I just got somehow got the person that comes up to like my shin look down on me.
Not look down on it. It was a disappointment because I love you.
Ah.
Okay, so, and Quest was able to obtain a whole bunch more equipment and gear.
Picking up a hand crossbow and associated bolts and some form of yesterday.
And most of the people in the society don't care about the coinage, so you can spend any coin as any coin to them.
Is there a money changer?
No, because they don't care about the coinage. Because they can spend the coin anyway. They don't know where they're going next, so they use all the coin. You can actually get yourself shanked for using Epsilon coins in some cities. Because it's like, you must be rich. The equivalent of saying, I've got the Platinum MasterCard. Let me sign off the Platinum MasterCard. That's taking that into a crowded village of people who can't afford to eat. I've got someone to swipe this. I just want to swipe this. I'm sure you've met people like that. And so the recommendation by most of them is to carry as many currencies as you can.
So when we're doing our dividends, is Queen as random currency as well? Okay.
I think so far, yes. There's, I don't know what the initial points were in the
I think the 50 initial coins were Epsilon coins. The shiny coins that have no teeth marks on it. Because in the local currency, everyone accepts. Okay, so day 4. Did you want to do anything special on day 4? With Genzo in the lead. Start learning new spells.
Yep.
Have you got bought spells? Have you bought spells?
Well, so just change out the one that's pretty much well.
You can, but it'll take you a while to do so. I think it is a week per level.
Cantrips or
The cantrips are about a week.
okay.
But the thing is, you don't have to do it all continuously.
Yeah, I'll just start working on that. I'll just leave it as is for now.
So once you get through 7 days, well, 5 days of that, you're pretty much got it done.
Right. Take a full day to do it, or just
It's your days that kick me.
I'll just start marking out some parts.
The equivalent of you learning it and then replacing the one that you do know with that one. Because bards don't normally have spell books, they normally have unknown spells. So, anyone else wanting to do something on day 4? You could learn languages, you could go talk to one of the faction leaders. You were told that this may be your one and only chance to explore the city. Because once you graduate, you're leaving.
So what do you do with that?
That will be told to you on the final day. So the badges are all important on the last day of Festival. Until then, they're just things to amuse them with. Because apparently only the aspirants get badges.
Is anybody else interested in exploring the city?
I might be. They're gonna need better weapons.
Juzo suggests sort of semi-training exercise. Anyone who wants to go out, explore the city, will get Poppy to sort of track them.
You can spend money and make very expensive things.
Have money?
No, that's a problem.
No. So, I don't know. Janzo goes and
Like a whole
steals
venue would be
sandwiches from the
fantastic.
kitchen and goes and gives them to homeless people.
They're still doing a lot of repair work in the kitchen from when a husband blew it up a few weeks ago.
Right. Okay. I don't know. I'll go meditate or something.
Well, there are
Find
quite a few
your
churches
peace.
there. What you need him?
Oh, no.
When she cracked the salt shaker.
When I cropped it, because I did it like right over my period, but clearly the really fine particles don't all over the stuff, and he's not happy with me.
But you've been a bit salty to him, have you?
Yeah.
Yes, she is assaulting my stuff. Not cool. Go down in the kitchen.
Does this mean you've been licking your stuff too much? I thought you already owned them. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
I wish I could see the fine white particles in my stuff.
Hey, at least you thought it was salt and other things. I only had enough weight. So, yes, you're able to get through, unless you've got something of importance, then you'll get through days 4, 5, and 6 without too much happening.
So nobody tries to burn down the city.
Not today.
Next week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's next week's agenda.
So they get focus points back automatically, aren't they?
You get focus points back, I think it is at the end of a long rest, or when you spend a special, I think it's exploration action, or like a short rest. that allows you to get one back that can...
Action takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's one of the exploration actions. Anything that takes more than 1 round is generally considered an exploration thing. And anything that takes more than a couple of hours is considered a downtime thing. Okay, so Janzo gets a letter delivered.
Ooh. Well, he can read, so that's a good start.
Yep, it's from Venture Captain Drangle Drang.
Drangle Drang. What an
Not Drang Drang.
Oh, that's an unusual name. What does this letter say?
It invites you to meet up with him in his quarters on the following day as the start of your final day of testing.
Do I believe this letter? Does it look very official?
It's got a seal on it.
Ah. But do I know who this guy is? Have I ever heard of this guy? I feel like I
Social
haven't. Aw. That's what I get for drawing. Social
Society roll.
society. That's nothing. 7. Nope. Okay. I choose to meditate about this 10 minutes, weigh out pros and cons, and possible things, and then I will go and tell the group about what was written in the letter.
You mean you just hand it to Dozar and then walk away?
From Janzo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. What about this?
No, I'm not a woman.
I don't need no man!
So what are you doing then?
Oh, well, I suppose I will let her know. I'll discuss it with her as I escort her to the room where we will discuss these things as a group. And I'll tell you about the letter, and then I'll tell everyone else after.
Okay.
Okay, so... Yep. 16, he is one of the Venture Captains who's visiting. He doesn't work out of the society, but he is visiting, and knowing where he's from, I'm not really too sure.
Any rumours, anything about the guy?
Yeah, he doesn't suffer fools.
Okay, well, we're in trouble. I'll alert you to this fact.
Oh, that is good to know. We'll have to do something about that orc. Which orc?
Yeah, which one?
Which one indeed? Alright, so then I tell everyone what's in the letter and say that it has been confirmed he is who he says he is. And that my vote would be that we go and do this. But I'm up
We have a choice.
to, if anyone wants to throw a hissy fit over it, that's acceptable. This is the time.
Did it sound like an order?
It has on there for your final day of testing.
I'm going to do yes.
And what was the guy's name?
His name is Venture Captain Drangle Drang.
Yep, very official sounding name. Clearly German.
Drang, not Drang. I'm sure he corrects people all the time.
Drangle?
Drangle Drang.
Come on, did you want to
I'm snacking on things, but I try not to snack too much.
There's a lot of food on the table today.
Yeah, because I turned up. Is 100 silver 1 gold or 2 silver 1 gold?
10 silver equals 1 gold. Remember that helps change, because not everyone will give you change when you buy services.
Does anyone have any objections to going? Anyone want to throw his fit? Nope. Okay, cool. We're going. Get a good night's rest. Wait, is it tomorrow? Get a good night's rest.
Wait, you're saying that is Janzo?
Yeah, he can be feminine.
It's a little 8-year-old girl's
Yeah, how do you think it would come out?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm going to run out of breath.
comes around.
Do we get woken up drenched with the water bucket again?
Did you request a wake-up call?
I probably did.
Okay. You wake up to a bucket of water. And as you're waking up, you see the pile of people with buckets of water walking into the rest of the chamber.
Ah, so refreshing. That's so cute.
And everyone gets a bucket to wake up to.
We like perception ourselves out of that.
Sure.
The problem is where the puppy
Natural
wants to get wet.
You awake before they throw the bucket at you. They throw it anyway.
So as I've had it happen before, so as they walk in and the door opens, I'm standing behind the door. Close the door again.
Okay, well done. You're sleeping with the others in the open chamber.
I haven't had it wake up.
You're not the lieutenant anymore.
15.
Puppy is patiently waiting to get buckets.
So it was only the one room, wasn't it?
There were 2 rooms.
Was there?
Yes. One given to the captain and one given to the lieutenant.
Well, since the captain's got one,
And
sleeps with the captain.
the door doesn't open for you anymore.
How dare you!
That's up.
15.
Perception? 20 perception?
You wake up in time to see the water come at you.
I think it's 20 something or hit 3 something. 21 perception.
You wake up as well in time before it comes, but you see the bucket come at you anyway.
Yep.
What's that? Awake, splash.
And 3 reflex save to avoid water.
Hey, you avoid the water, but your bed's completely soaked.
That's fine. It'll dry out.
I've had a wake up call before. I'm not expecting it.
Splash!
Yeah.
You're awake. It's icy cold.
I embrace it. One wonderful way to wake up in the morning.
And the thing that's on their way out is wake up call as requested.
What's
I wrote a wake up call.
25 on a perception. I just
tell me
see
who
Puppy at the end of
requested
the
this wake-up
bed.
They know that they just walked up.
furiously.
You can see some of them's in the room because these are some of the older Pathfinders doing it. They volunteer for this sort of duty.
Who wouldn't?
Most of them wake up many hours before dawn and do stuff because they're so used to doing it. Like, oh, they get to sleep until dawn. Splash. So yes, you wake up, get yourself ready. And about half an hour before you're due to get there, Janira arrives. The little halfling.
Say hi.
Oh, hi, I see you've been demoted.
The natural rotation.
That's okay. We keep hearing about the tales of Lord Hank that you've been telling us has been spreading. She pulled out her book, she's got a signed copy.
Is it actually signed?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
By Hank?
No, by the cat.
Yeah.
The cat's the author. And it's also hard to get the signature of both cats, but she managed to get both cats to sign it.
Wow. Someone's feeling special.
I'm jealous.
Well, you should get more, she says. They were in the city this week only. Yeah. I saw one yesterday. Yeah, I got to sign it.
I noticed you did something as well. Yeah. No, but I noticed you could get your sister to sign it.
Didn't know she was in town.
Oh, you should get
If she was, actually hide. Everything I've heard about her is scary.
Oh, I don't know.
She could seduce the paint off the wall.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Pretty much, she says.
So is she here to escort us?
Well, I thought I'd come and take you along in case you got lost. We're a raving barbarian running off into the forest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
You know, there's a chance.
that's a smart choice.
Who are you today?
Oh, I'm wrong for today, aren't I? It's a good question.
I'm a raving barbarian running up the floor.
No, I was the day before.
Alright.
I'm
Again.
Yep. So, not a raging barbarian taking off into the forest, but it's close.
You've just been drenched with water.
Yep. My husband. He loves these tricks.
So you request the wake up.
No, the other personality.
No.
I don't think Harry
Same body, 3 minds, but still the same body. It was.
The body did it, but the mind did not.
Yeah.
So does that mean if I animate your skeleton, whatever your skeleton does, your mind is responsible for?
Yes. Wrong way.
Even if you're ascended to beyond. That's okay. I have these discussions with people every now and then.
I know that mind is in there somewhere though.
Not when you're a skeleton or a zombie.
No, in terms of the wake up call. I know
Oh, that one. Yeah. We're not actually sure where the mind is when one of the minds is inhabiting the body.
Could go to a little hamster for a way now.
Might have something to do with the forest where she came from, so that will be part of your overarching early storyline is to figure out how it happened.
That would actually be interesting in terms of how it would have. That's good point.
And actually having the
Science!
I had nothing to do with it.
and actually having the person that happens to be with you means that there's a chance you might be able to control it, undo it, fix it, improve it.
You could do with the force really round it out. That could be a good improvement.
2 other bodies for the minds to go to.
So I'd like to talk to you about a timeshare.
Sign up to this pyramid scheme.
We're going to let someone else inhabit your body for a couple of days. Don't worry, it won't get up too much.
Alright, so we head to the docks.
It's not the docks, it's actually one of the offices, one of the
What is docks?
higher up rooms
Because we
in the
will be
society.
sailing at some point.
Off we go. Tra-la-la.
Yes, have to follow our halfway through.
Okay, as you follow her, you find that uncharacteristically there are a bunch of Eldorian gunsmen in the hallway. They look as if they're not Pathfinder Society members. Very rarely do people outside the society get invited in.
I graciously, hello dears, nice to see you. What is your purpose here? With a big happy smile.
They turn and look down at you, and then just look away.
That was a bit rude.
They have that look of some superiority on them.
Of course they do. What are they called again?
Eldorians.
Taldorian.
So the common language that you all know is actually their language. So they are the equivalent of the Roman Empire. As the Roman Empire was close to collapse. So the Taldor faction, that's all about let's make Taldor great again, is about bringing back an empire that's almost gone. And this empire used to rule all the lands in the area.
So we just sort of walk past them?
Well, you walked in the middle of them,
Yeah.
and that's where the door you're supposed to be going to. They're guarding the doorway.
Right. We knock?
Yep, you knock, it's opened up, and inside you see a wily old man with wild grey beard and glinting eyes, sitting on a large plush bench next to a finely dressed, full-figured woman who looks us through. This entire meeting isn't worth their time. Pretty much like the guards.
Well, as I walk into that room, I do say over my shoulder, good luck with that falling empire of yours. And move on into the room. Probably get some impressions for that, but I did it anyway. Well, they were rude.
Give me a society roll.
I don't think she has it either. Right, I'm on Genzo. That's not helpful, honey. I don't have my things on the stat block. Skill.
Like society roll.
Well, I can't touch it. I choose not to. Alright. 15.
Okay, so you recognise that the well-dressed woman who is looking very salty in your direction is the leader of the Shadowrun faction.
That seemed most likely, yes.
Lady Varisia Morelia.
So,
Are you doing this yourself?
So last Varisia.
Morelia. Morilla.
Lady, was it Lorraine?
Gloriana. So Gloriana. Yeah. And he introduces you warmly to her by name.
Skills. Right at the top. In bold.
they are not bold.
No, but skills is.
Yeah, well, that's not very clear. That could be any kind of skill.
I'll greet everyone in the room appropriately. Want me to roll?
You've had you actually remember having dinner with Lady Morelia a few nights before, where she was pointing out just how funny it is to have a multi-personality leader.
Wow, that's
She bets that she starts it up the first time she meets her, and she says as you walk in, she says you are a coin. She only met a couple. Well, the betting part is the important part, not the actual amount they bet. Because honestly, to them, the money doesn't mean much. They could have bet a platinum piece and still not cared. Whereas to you guys, a platinum piece is
a little bit more amazing.
Wages.
My response is, well, I only bet on things that I don't want. That way, if I lose, I still win.
So it worked out well. And now that you're here, and I just give you to take a seat on one of the couches.
Can I get up onto the couch, or is that a bit high for me?
Give me a flag roll.
Yeah. I feel that was appropriate.
Yes, it is a bit.
DC 32. It's a long way up.
It's a 7.
7.
Nope. Well, I'll just
You sort of have this
Do the
reach down.
take pity of.
I'm like one of those kids that go, I'm ready for this, I'm ready for this. Boing, boing back.
Not quite, not a critical fumble. It could have been. So yes, you're picked up and dropped on the seat.
Yep. Thank you, dear.
Well, I had to take a mile to do it.
Right.
Which the Lady Morella actually said from the sideline snickering. I have a feeling that she knows you quite well. You don't really recognise her that well.
Nope. Totally.
Because I've had a long conversation with Fidget. Fidget doesn't talk back much. But I have gotten a few words out of Fidget.
That's very interesting. I'd love to hear more about this.
Well, they don't make any sense, but I've gotten words out of Fidget.
You know what?
How does she seem these days?
Does not actually use the language. It's more screams and growls, but you do get an idea of what she's after by how much she's yelling at you. The louder she's yelling at you, the more likely you've got something she wants.
It's my fidget.
And so far, her fights in the Fight Club have been unbeaten.
Wait. My child is in a fight club?
Well,
My child is in a fight club?
Did any of you know about this? This is the first I'm hearing of it.
and she goes, oh yeah, Quest, here's the winnings that you got from the last time you bet. Right, proper.
First I'm hearing about it.
We'll be having a discussion about this later.
Didn't ever wonder where bruises came from.
What bruises?
Oh well, you don't look that well then. you never the perceptive sort.
Yeah, so the bruises I came back with, were they from Fidget or were they just from random people?
Random people.
Okay.
If it was Bridget beating you up, you wouldn't have been walking back.
No, probably not.
Bridget doesn't stop when you relent.
Yeah, she sees it as weakness.
Time to go in for the knockout.
Okay, trying to deal with heat now.
And you've got no bite marks on you.
Yeah, because last time I successfully managed to grab her and keep her at arm's length.
And you did notice Poppy has a couple of bite marks.
Yeah, I probably tend to those pretty quickly.
But not
when
the
I'm-
child in the fight club. Interesting.
No.
Kind of scary. Nobody wants to tend to that.
So, just to let you know why you're here, we're being given a chance to make a name for yourself on your final day's testing. Giving you something a little bit harder because, well, you decided to make it hard for yourself, so we thought we'd, up the ante.
It's very generous.
Right?
Well, you decided to only give yourself a third leadership. So normally you have a captain and a lieutenant. Now you've got a third chance of having one of those with you on any given day. And so it's a multi-day quest we're giving you. So, we have a contact from the Lower Aslanti Embassy in Escadar. Just across the island on the other side, over a little bit of water. So it shouldn't take you too many days to cross the island. Or you can probably cross the ocean on that side in about a day. Sufficient village on that end. And once you're there, there are some people there who have found a unique relic of Aslanti origin on the inner sea floor. So the Lower Aslanti drive a hard bargain, so we need to escort the relic broker to Escadar so he can authenticate the item and mediate a fair deal on the Ten's behalf.
So who's the person we're escorting?
Okay. You'll be escorting Nestor Rees. Nestereres. Don't worry, he's not a gnome with a multi-personality disorder.
But he is not.
He's small than me. Anything smaller than me.
And we're escorting him away.
Across the ocean.
To the island city, the island town of Escadar. And then she says, I have used some of the Empire of Taldor's most skilled operatives to plant false crew manifests and course plans with the Harbour Master, ensuring that the Aspis Consortium spies who keep an eye on things to believe we're moving our relic to Escadar on the ship tomorrow morning. The decoy should occupy their time so you can travel overland to the city. So you can make an agreement with the Guildmen before the window of opportunity runs out. So you won't be taking one of our boats, you'll have to organise your own stuff. So I'm sure that you are able to charm and convince locals to do things for you with your various talents.
You know what the item's worth?
Well, that in its sense is up to the person we send with you. He wants to confirm that he is actually real with what he does.
And we need to bring him back alive and true, right?
You just read my mind.
She just looks at you. Are you that bloodthirsty? Are you sure you're the best person for this mission? Because this is the only mission we've got offering. If you say no, we can show you the door now.
That's what we just need to make sure that the inevitable happens, and we get attacked while transporting this relic back. We escape with the relic in the thing. It's all good.
Well, it depends on how well you spin it.
Okay.
And how well his ghost tells me.
Okay.
Magic happens.
I'm gonna get that on a t-shirt.
Yes, the gods of the dead do have a way of talking with those who are passed beyond. And we'll generally ask them various questions about why they died. And if it's because of your lack of skill, then we'll have a bit of a talking to about that. If it's because they did something stupid, then sucks to be them. Checking to see if I have food being sent. No, just saw Ariadne sending some stuff, because every now and then she posts me directly on Facebook but doesn't actually give me any details. I was like, ding! Is that one of the other people on Facebook or my wife? So she just sent me something that wasn't important. Okay, so there are 2 relics involved. So what they're doing is they're giving up a relic to exchange it for a relic that has been found.
Right.
And the guy.
So that's like prisoner trade relics.
It is prisoner trade. The guy next up will be holding the relic that he's going to trade for the other item. So he's responsible for that relic. And don't worry, he doesn't complain all the time.
Where are we heading?
North.
North? We don't know where exactly.
Across the island.
Across the island.
To the other side of the island. Finding someone to ferry you from this island to the other island next door to us. And then getting it there.
You know, super easy.
So that's at least 2 days overland with about half a day on the water.
When we get to Escadar,
Yeah.
is that the end of what we're doing?
No, you've got to get the item back here. Getting the item back here is the quest. And besides, there's the other quest over there.
Not to confuse things at all.
Next island, the relic profile.
Okay. The last question I have is, if we're interfered with by a different captain, shall we be making agreements that will completely throw us under the bus, or should we take a different tack?
Well, if you think you've been getting conflicting messages, feel free to come back, though I generally don't like sharing. I haven't been known to share. Though I am sending you to Grandmaster Torch, who is the leader of the Shadow Lodge, whose guy is the one you'll be escorting. Which most of you won't have met him yet. He likes to operate in the background. Apparently he's triggered you a few times. The Grandmaster Torch.
Oh, the grandma. Well, I think he was the one who stabbed people and that because they were Shadow Lodge people, weren't they?
Do we know what the quest in the north is going to be?
You've got to basically get to the take the guy to the island and then bring him back. It's an escort quest.
Yeah. With the new relic.
Yes.
Do we get bonus points for bringing back fresh relics?
It really depends on how you write that one up. Because technically it's payment, which means that you probably better hover your way past the people that we're trying to have a relationship with. So killing the broker means that we don't have a broker anymore. Killing the people who found the item. And just imagine that this might be how you're utilised in the future. So how you show your abilities now is how we believe you can work. So all you can do is kill things, you won't be given any more escort quests. And if all we've got is kill a orc leader, then you won't be given that way before you're ready.
Dude's a little slightly offended.
Hey, orc leaders are very hard to kill.
Still.
Not even the venture captains can go against them yet. So sending a trainee against them is a suicide mission. I've only done that twice this month.
That's probably why I would offend it, because I know how hard it is. You weak boy.
You're an orc. What do you make you leader?
And they have killed orc leader quest.
No, I'm thinking it makes her really, really, really hard to kill.
Hello, I mean, it was like this close to being made leader to me. or at least deputy or whatever it is.
Well, you almost got made deputy.
No, I just got to be deputy babysitter. Good role.
Well, they needed someone to hold up the screaming child.
You need someone to hold her up to see over the fence.
Oh, let's just stop her kicking the fence down. I'm sure that's been done once or twice.
Oh, probably.
We just have 3 years. So.
Probably just made a hole in the fence by now.
Tunnel. Yeah, that's what you're looking for today.
Yeah, time them out with the spoons.
Oh, that's okay. So it's not going to take you 3 or 4 days to get there. It's going to take you 7 or 8 days to reach the place.
Oh, wow.
A little bit longer then.
Down.
While travelling.
More problem. Yes.
Spend the day rushing across.
Are we done, leader?
Is everybody happy? Yes, we're done. Onward march!
Where do we need to pick the dude up?
Yeah, they don't really
No
care
idea.
who brings the relic back. As long as the relic comes back.
We'll find out where we have to meet.
That's good.
No, because it's part of the shadow faction, so we don't meet
Okay, so you're going to meet the Grandmaster Torch in the puddles in the aqueduct catacomb underneath the city.
That sounds like fun.
a threat.
It's the reason no one assaults him. You can't see in the dark, don't go where there is no light.
So I guess the first stop is to go and visit Grandmaster Torch.
Janira is more than happy to take you.
Thank you, dear.
She's enjoying the beta. Not quite as good as the romance novel she's reading. Apparently, Lord Hank and his sister has quite an interesting chapter.
Lies!
We're going down.
So you've been taking.
Fancy.
So it's about 3 hours walk to the puddle area, where she takes you down a manhole cover in the street.
It's 2.5 hours if
So
you
between-
plan.
Yep, just kicks it open.
Done it before.
Of course. Not that everyone who goes down here comes back out again, but hey, it happens.
Who can see in the dark?
I can. Ding.
Okay, so that going gang.
So, which of you guys are going first?
The tanky wizard. It always works,
Might
right?
one like that idea.
Yeah.
So apparently Perry is up front.
Oh, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure after the last one I had a few words with you. Like, I respect your power, but
Hey,
don't
Josh.
actually.
Josh,
What?
can you grab me a glass, please? Or something to drink out of?
I formally request we have someone else tank me, please.
So who do you ask the fearless leader?
Sure.
Isn't that fair, John?
Show us what you've got.
Fearless leader doesn't have to be the person who goes off and tanks, but it can be the one who organises who goes off and tanks.
I'm suggesting they tank, not they shoot.
I will
Going first?
Oh, yeah. I will be fearless leader, and I shall lead the line.
Can you actually see the dog?
I've got low light, and I have a torch.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you do the whole slide down the ladder, or do you actually go down every run?
I would probably go down every run, nice and slow,
Okay.
and annoying.
So everyone waits for the gnome to slowly climb down a ladder that's a little bit too big for him.
Slow journey.
Yep, I say.
Just a quick question. How hard
The legs sort of wiggling just above the next rung.
Dangling away.
The ladder is about 15 feet down.
So you wouldn't be able to jump it.
You could jump it.
from
It hurt, but you could jump it.
30 feet from the ladder, I'm casting dancing lights.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so multicolours.
Yes, obviously, because that's fabulous.
Rave.
So a rave starts down below as our fearless leader reaches the bottom eventually.
Dancing lights go down. I pull out a loop.
And start playing some music. Some travelling music.
Travelling music.
I'm ride director, music director.
So you said we had an option of sliding down.
Yep.
I do that.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
Has anyone come down since you?
I believe Duzo goes
Right,
next.
I'm gonna get squished. Okay. Just
I
check.
believe Duzo waits until you get to the bottom.
Yeah, I still feel like I'm gonna get squished. 20.
Perception. 20. Not that cool.
So about halfway down, you notice that the sides of the ladder are have been raised. And you manage to just move your hand slightly, so you slide right past that, and you can continue down without cutting your hands open before going into the sewer.
That's why you do it the sensible way, dear.
You didn't know they were there.
I didn't need to know. I used the ladder the correct way.
But your boots do have cuts in them.
Not my new boots.
Probably not new.
It's a fairly good keep deterrent.
Or things like the slide.
Can if I yell up to the top, can people hear me?
So if you want. Yes, I can.
I let whoever's coming down next, or whoever's
Quest is coming down next.
Yeah, so how far down the ladder is it?
It's about 5 feet down.
That's only 5 feet?
Yeah.
Jump.
No, it's 5 feet down to where the raises are on the side of the ladder.
How far is the bottom block?
15. 7 damage.
3 damage.
3 damage. Because you take half damage.
So as I'm about to say, careful, there's razors on the thing. He bounces
Yep.
beside me.
Sorry. Whoosh. And he just gets up.
I'm okay.
Fine, shake my head and kind of follow suit. I'm not healing that.
For a minute there I thought follow suit with
I then proceed to yell up that there's razor traps on the ladder.
Let's go down.
I'm gonna regular ladder. No need to
Okay.
be fancy.
Yeah, same regular.
What about Passim? Does Passim have to be fabulous?
No, I just go down. I'm sensible.
Hey, my fabulous lights are already down there going like mad, okay?
How about Parry? Does Parry do the fantastic slide? You happy to just climb down this ladder?
I'm happy to climb down the ladder and then do the fabulous ladder.
Okay.
Get
So,
past the razors.
Did
first.
anyone consider taking the races off?
I presume it's actually like built.
Why?
Yeah.
No, they basically filed the edges to a sharp.
I was gonna say, I presume it's either like logging on or actually, yeah.
So it looks like it's just a normal ladder until you go down and use the sides as a sliding thing that you actually find that just slices right into.
Right.
It's to stop people using it as an escape route to get away from the city guard.
So I think
What was that? It's not broken. This is by design. All the ladders into the sewers have this done to them.
right, so it's all filed down and stored that way.
Pretty much, yes, but they have been filed to a sharper point. So mending would just make you sharper.
Oh god. Like new!
Okay, then I'll shut up.
So it's from a place that was built to deal with thieves using the sewers from the get-go. Which meant the thieves figure out other ways of doing it without using the ladder. Just because the ladder is there doesn't mean they have to use it. Okay, so you find yourself in with Nero just watching, smiling, and looking it this way, and just walks right through the glowing lights.
I'll go Darkness. But it's everyone else who doesn't have Darkness.
Bring the lights, she yells over her back.
Aspirant. Like a monk.
Okay, and
Yeah.
she walks you through about an hour of labyrinth tunnels. They all seem to crisscross all over each other. You think the entry has been obscured this way on purpose. And then you find yourself walking down into an area where the water just goes up and over on the stairs. There is nothing holding the water at bay that you can see. And then you sort of see things being on the a little bit of leftovers from people floating around over the top. And standing at the bottom of the stairs is a gruff half-orc. Yep. He is a dwarven half-orc.
Now, are we still like in single file, so I see him before anybody else?
Yep.
Does he look friendly?
No.
No? Has he seen us?
Yep.
Right.
He's a dwarf and he's a half-orc. He doesn't look friendly.
Surely.
Even on his happiest day, he doesn't look friendly.
Goodness.
I yell out in a very cheery, happy voice. Hello, dear! What's your name?
Noah comes running at me.
Yeah, maybe.
He grunts at you.
Is that your name? Or are you just unhappy to see us?
He grunts with less syllables.
So sorry, what did I miss?
The half-orc that's grunting in her general direction.
How many?
I say hello in Orcish.
Oh, I'm over with that.
He sort of squints at you. You can see the dwarven visage of the half-orc showing through. Neither of them look particularly happy to you.
I tried.
It is an interesting mix to look at.
You've got the book. How many spells do I get away?
So it's an overly muscular looking dwarf.
Right.
But
But it looks, he is actually slightly, he is orc dwarf.
Huh?
Yeah, he's a half-orc dwarf.
Yes, well, I haven't. So I'll probably be doing that.
Did he actually understand what I said?
He seemed to understand what you're saying. He just, just the whole.
Wait, we need to go that way?
Yeah, past him. He apparently is the guard.
Oh, he's the guard, okay.
Would anyone like a drink of some sort?
Coffee would be awesome.
Pot of cold. I've got cold brew raspberry cane. Which you have with on its own or just with a bit of milk. I've got normal bean in the coffee machine. You have any way you like.
Just the long black.
You want it cold?
Sure.
Do you want a bit of ice cream in it?
No.
Okay. Do you want ice in it?
Sure.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks. So just straight long black.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Ice coffee? Yep. I've got a little bit of caramel. I don't have much ice cream, but I've got some. Anyone else? I know Josh got a hot
Hot chocolate, please.
chocolate for you. I think that covers everyone.
I will have a mango margarita.
A mango
I don't have mango. Well, no, I've read it, but
Ah, what kind of
I've got
cafe is this?
non-gluten-free coffee.
Why are you ordering a mango margarita from a cafe?
Because they're the best ones. Okay. All the best cafes have alcohol.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have and bar next to it. They don't really sell much in the way of coffee, but they have a big range of alcohol. It's a great coffee shop. Have you ever heard of Starbucks?
Pretty sure that you are stuff on campus.
Alright, spells are different to cantrips. How many cantrips do I get?
You get 4, I think. 4 known, prepared, and you can cast them as many times as you like.
Yeah.
He gets 10 in the spellbook.
10 in the spellbook, but you can only prepare 4, I believe.
Why do we take?
It's either 4 or 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's slow root.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to Em and putting together a set. And Josh, I think, also helped with that one. But Em helped to set it up. Cold brew is surprisingly nice when it's done well. If you buy some of the crappy store stuff, it's like, why would I drink this stuff?
Because they also have like sugars and preservatives and it's gross.
Most of the cold brews I get in the store have milk I can't drink.
Yeah, that too.
Right.
And it's like, well, I wouldn't mind it, but it ends up making me sick. And like,
Why am I getting eaten?
because you're salty.
Apparently.
2 normal spells plus 1 bonus illusion level 1 spell.
Oh.
And 5 cantrips plus 1 extra.
Ooh, that's even better. So 6 cantrips all up. Well, I remember they are the people who do the spheres of power and might are doing a 50 conversion.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting that one.
So I thought I'd know about that.
Yeah, sorry.
Cool.
But it's an awesome Pathfindery thing, but the thing is they're not doing it with Pathfinder 2, which is like a bit hard when Pathfinder 2 is so fresh and new. But as a rewrite of the magic system, it's not the best time to do it. I may not buy it for 5th edition because of my broker.
Yeah.
All the stuff I'm doing pretty much renders it useless. Okay, so you finally get past him and you find yourself in front of a dark-haired, burn-covered man in his late 30s, sitting in a large bathtub with 2 attendants pouring water in.
I got a slot.
I presume this is the Grandmaster or Captain.
Yes, it apparently is, and you can see all around him. There are no actual walls to this chamber. It's all liquid that has been squared off. You can see the sewerage going up as the wall.
Yum. Cozy bathroom you've got here. Convenient. Drain the walls. Exactly.
Well, it'd be a bit hard to, it makes it easy to get rid of stuff as well. Unwanted visitors can, just get floated away. There is. But, I used to get more of them than I do now. But hey, I asked for you guys to come. You're a bit slower than I thought. So I took a bath while I was waiting. Sort of see as people are pouring stuff over his wounds, it looks like his burns are still fresh. Though from the stories, they happened quite a long time ago.
Magic burns?
Possibly, or curse.
I detect magic because I'm curious if there's any magic coming off them.
Ping! There's magic somewhere within
Somewhere.
30 feet of you.
Yeah.
I love that spell. And it's like, you don't detect any magic within you, but if one of the other party members picks up a magical item you don't know about, that still counts. You have to have identified that magical item for it not to count.
Can I read aura around the...
You can spend 10 minutes doing it, but you got to touch the item you're testing.
I'm good.
And you're spending 10 minutes going
So you walk over to the guy at the bar, stick your hand on it for 10 minutes and go, yeah, this is a curse. It's like, oh.
No, but he probably already knows this. But he,
Yeah.
Yes, I was just curious.
you could pretend you're giving him a massage.
A massage by an 8-year-old
I
girl
think I'm good.
while he's in a bathtub.
Yeah.
I think I choose not to do that.
Yeah.
We all have lines. And he says, when you all enter the room, he finally says, "Well met, Pathfinders. I see you have survived as the Decemvirate pawns thus far. And for that, I commend you."
Compliment. Oh, okay. It's compliment.
Well, it was an insult and a compliment. So it was both.
Thanks. Where's the lucky?
He likes you. The next task they have for you is more dangerous than this venture captain may have told you. So let me give you a word of warning. I have made it my life's work to ensure the Pathfinder agents are given all the tools they need to return home from their myriad of adventures. And this map is the tool I give you. Follow the directions on my map as strictly as you can. Deviate from the path and you may encounter challenges far beyond your abilities. Many would meet me and those who believe, like I do, as betrayers of the society. But it is the corpse of the organisation that I'm completely loyal to. Each and every one of you. If you believe you have been mistreated by the 10 or their representatives, don't hesitate to let me know upon your return from Aspirant. My network of agents and spies is vast, and I am a powerful ally to have on your side. Now be off. You have a long journey ahead of you. Remember, don't deviate from this map. It is designed to get you there and back safely. And there are a few bubbles.
Really?
Thank you. That's the most helpful I've had anyone be, except for Digenera here, but...
But Digenera just shrugs and says, "Well, you got me on a good day. You didn't insult me. You didn't burn off my eyebrow." She's pointing at a missing eyebrow.
Am I missing an eyebrow?
The Wednesday group started having burnt her eyebrow.
I thought it was about the sausage.
They're also the ones who blew up the kitchen. That's why they're involved in the kitchen.
So probably not on purpose.
He was doing something. He was trying to make pastries for her and blew it up in her face.
Right, yeah, sure.
So it's kind of like woo her, but backfired.
Yep.
Quite literally.
Yes. And he almost took out the leader of the Silver Crusade at the same time.
Oh. Well, I think we're probably more like then.
So the reason why she's very anti Goblin and Orc is even though he says he's halfling.
Right.
Right.
It's small.
I've got to beat up.
Well, also the reason why you haven't had decent food for the last fortnight.
I've had decent food. I've been eating out.
Okay, so let's see. So you can see he's at the right handout.
Yeah, second in. Yeah, choose your next words carefully.
Not all of us.
Okay, so you do get a handout, which I'll try to bring up on the screen for you.
Any what? Chocolate?
No, I've got the evil...
Cashew crack, I've got some in the bag.
Juice in your bag.
I've got a little container.
You end up picking up your crack. Do you end up picking up your nut crack from...
That's even worse.
Just stop trying to make it not sound worse and just...
Your cashew crack. Do you pick up your cashew crack from Kmart?
Yeah.
Okay, right, because last time I was there,
It was in the
Friday night or
bag.
Sunday night or something at the yellow bin.
Yeah, no, I picked that up. I was like, there it is. No, it's a really good way to push it. She just has like a cashew crack and they're like, alright. Damn.
Okay, so
But yeah, if you push it as cashew crack, everyone's really excited to try it. I'm like, alright.
So you got a map over there that I can show you behind the wall. Is you start in Epsilon at the bottom here. So that's where Epsilon is. And then you basically go all the way up to this place up here, which is where you've got to do your deal. And that's a 9-day travel.
So 9 days in total or 9 days each way?
9 days each way.
Always.
And it's up to you to figure out how to get there and back.
Don't we follow the yellow-white road?
You follow the the white road. But the road doesn't actually exist. It is a map showing you which way to go.
So that's what he's saying, for as close as possible so we avoid dying.
Yep.
This survival or something.
Oh, does my current character have that? I know that Fidget does.
Yes. No. We want to. No, make a roll. There's still assisting one person with a roll. Is that?
Well, it's up to you can assist one person with the roll. It gives them a situational bonus as well. Let me see if I look at it specifically. I think it is 8 another.
Survival, because they're
so it is so you can give someone a +1 bonus, but if you're critical failure, you give them a -1 for attacks. And the typical DC is 20. No, typical DC is 20 to assist them. That's not counting the DC of the map, so... well, first we find out who's aiding you and how much aid or penalty they provide. If everyone looks over your shoulder and says, I can help you! Then everyone gets to roll.
Who's got survival? Let's start with that. Right, and if you two guys the highest. That's 7. Right, so Stefan rolls and we all support him.
Nobody supports it because it doesn't fail on DC.
Look, you don't have to try to help, you can just choose to help if you wish to.
What is this?
So,
what's your survival
you
level?
can make a survival check to assist in reading the map. If you get 10 or less, you give -1 to Stefan's roll. If you get a 20 to 29, you give him a +1. If you get over 29, you give him a +2.
Well, I can only get a max of 24 for my survival.
I can get a max of 20.
What's your survival? 4.
Do you want anyone to assist?
What do you
I
have?
rolled a 16, which isn't bad.
Well, you rolled already? If you've rolled already, then no one gets to assist. So you read them up without any assistance.
Sorry.
Alright. We had
That's why I said before you roll, we'll see if anyone assists you. Oh, good. So,
In which case, can I be making my own?
you can make your own.
I guess, how would you...
It's a survival roll.
Yeah, but...
Looking over
Let's
his
say, for
shoulder.
example, I roll a 20, and he rolls a 10. That's just an example. He's convinced that his 10 is correct, and I'm convinced my 20 is correct.
Yep.
so we feel a
So how would we...
You can point out the inaccuracies of his reading.
It's more roleplay thing than anything else. That's my life.
24.
And you got a 16, Stefan? Okay, you both look at the map thinking, yeah, you can read this map.
Do we get to meet our broker like now?
Oh, he'll be waiting for you upstairs if you want to clean up. I told him to expect you, but did you have anything you wanted for your trip? He says as he's about to step up out of the bar.
A carriage? Could we use a carriage on that route?
Normal things, horses, food.
So, no carriage?
I would imagine that the carriage would be a full-on travel, but...
There is a mountain range involved at the start.
Mounts?
And carriages don't float.
That's right.
Don't know where you come from, but I don't have waterborne things pulling carriages. Either.
That's hard.
He's pointing out
Yeah, we just discussed it. We're both going.
Mounts? some food. Do you think of anything else to get us here?
I think I had a
Things we need, travel.
Cookies.
2-3 weeks.
Water. Sleeping equipment. If we don't have that already.
Guys don't have that.
I was about to say.
Oh yeah, I got that.
So you guys haven't been equipped at all? He said looking at your...
No.
You didn't start off with any equipment?
Oh, normal stuff.
Adventure pack.
Yeah.
You didn't buy rations before your first day's step?
We're staying in town.
Well, no you're not. Would you like to buy some
And
rations?
now we're looking to
Those rations.
regarding food.
Do you have any food?
I can get food made available to you, but I can't pay for it all. If I pay for every Pathfinder thing, then I won't actually
I'm sure we can pay for it here.
So if you make a list of everything you need, and we'll see to it that it's delivered once you pay for it.
So,
Theoretically, there's a reason we party funds.
mhm.
You got 50 gold party funds at least.
Yeah, we've got 50 gold, and we've got like a whole bunch of silver that was donated last time, and a couple of people didn't get back to me about what they were getting.
So maybe we don't have enough for everything.
Floaties.
We could hunt.
You take rations, you hunt on the trail.
Yeah, so we won't. Maybe we take
I don't
one
recommend
way.
taking stuff that will that is not preserved.
So maybe rations for pretty much one day, and we'll hunt like every second day, and then if we don't get anything, we just go with 100. Because how are we going to be able to afford a boat?
Just a carriage for these rations?
So you do realise that if you hunt on the way, you're doubling the time it takes to travel. Unless you're very good hunters.
Well, Fidget might come out. She's good hunter.
It's got survival.
I hope not.
I wouldn't recommend letting the little one loose in the mountains. You might not see it.
A cage.
You're not putting my dog.
Oh, okay.
You're not putting my dog.
I'm gonna grab this.
Oh, rations.
Yeah, I feel like I bought some. I feel like I do have rations. You start with 2 weeks rations, don't you? In the pack.
Not everyone does. Not everyone bought the pack as far as I know.
Maybe.
Remember not to carry too much, because if you
14
overload
days of
yourself,
rations.
you will tire easily.
Alright, well, I've got 14 days on me. So, I don't need too many more. Does anyone else have any rations?
I do.
You got enough to get you there and back?
Can we send you a list once we've established the party that doesn't have?
Sure, I'll send someone to pick it up from you. With payment.
Yes.
I'll make sure it's coming to you as soon as possible.
Amazing.
Sort of stands up and that they awkwardly get the rowboat room.
Guess it's all oozy still, right?
Pretty much.
Oozy.
Cool birds.
Yeah, you should try it sometime. All the kids are trying it, he says.
Okay, so how many rations do we have? Oh, yeah.
Well, we're gonna meet the
We're going to meet the other guy as well.
As we're walking.
We'll need food for him. I've got 10 days worth. You've got 20 days worth. Is that it?
That sounds like I can't do.
Just checking what's in the adventures pack, whether I've got
Probably need 3 weeks worth of rations every person. Yeah.
And get a boat.
And some way from the
How much the boats No.
So which pack did you get?
First problem first. Food.
Adventurous
Like,
pack,
food.
so yeah, 2 weeks rations.
So 3 times, how many others? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8.
8 with what's his name plus the
The other one is 9.
Just get everyone an adventurous pack.
Is that cheaper?
Well, we get robe, we get a lot of other stuff which is
everything in the pack is useful for everyone.
yeah.
And the big thing is bulk.
Yeah, I would be able to carry 2.
Once you get over 5 plus your strength mod, if your strength is negative, it applies to it how much you can carry.
Oh, right.
So you can find that. It's like, yes, you need all this stuff, but you can't carry it.
So that's 9 times 3. 18. Wait, I don't know. 27. So we want 27 days of rush. No.
21 days of rations.
Right. I don't know. Anyway, we'll buy that many rations then. And then if we don't have enough money for a boat, we'll cross that problem when we get to it.
189 days worth of rations.
I might suggest getting 2 4-person tents.
Yep. If we're not doing carriages, tents work just as well.
I'm sure they float, don't they?
They do if you build them right.
Just use duct tape.
Because it's only 1 bolt, and that way we can give that to the people who got bolt to spare. So they might.
Imperial road plus 4 miles.
Oh, that should be okay then. I have no idea what the distance is, but I'm sure that'll be fine. Cool.
So what did you guys find out about the map?
It's worthy of
Can you
the
tell
name.
us about our journey?
Yeah, we'll go to the mountains.
Very difficult.
It'll take a while. Might take us 9 days.
But I'm gonna leave it on technique while I'm
It's about 24 miles from here to the across the water.
I would probably recommend that even if it didn't, we should.
Stick to the farm.
There's not exactly subtle points of danger.
Would a pack animal be a good idea to have?
Could be.
Well, it makes more rations.
Yeah.
Right, got it.
Did you want to buy one or hire one?
Well, 2 copper pieces per day to hire.
Isn't it?
I thought, since we're only going for a short period of time, not going months, it'd be cheaper to hire it than to buy it.
It is a couple of 1 day.
Well, that's there and back and whatever.
No, 36 per day, sorry.
36 copper, so that's... it'd actually be cheaper to buy one. It's $2 pieces to buy. Rather than...
Because that makes it 2 silver pieces. 6.
Oh yeah, it's copper pieces, isn't it? Yeah, much cheaper to hire.
If you want horses or are you going to walk?
What was the calculation done? By walking or with mounts? Mine is
If it's really, you don't have tiny legs. How mountainous is it?
Back on.
Like, would horses even work?
probably not.
When we get there, it's
What kind of map reader are you? They have little lines and there's mountains.
they don't have the gradients.
You're travelling 84 miles across the land before you reach the water.
Sure, it's only going to take 10 days.
Again,
Well,
if we can tell how
if worse comes to
Steep
worse, we can always find more supplies in the
How many
Other
towns
end.
does it go through?
Yeah.
How many?
How many towns does the map go through?
2. One on the other side of the island and one being the destination.
Yeah, so if we don't have to buy all the rations now, we can buy enough to get us to the first town
And then
and buy more war there, procure a boat, get to the island.
Nira says, hope you like fish.
I do, thank you.
I mean, it's good. It's good for the skin.
Yeah, there's our rations at the other end.
Fish though.
Yeah.
No. They don't dry fish.
No, they catch the fish.
But surely they'd have to salt and preserve it for...
They've always got fresh
No,
fish.
so why would they need to if they literally have fish all the time?
Yeah, all the time is a very dangerous way of looking at any hunt.
Yeah, even
Well, I guess they're risk takers.
Yes, they are.
They probably
What
dive
they
off
donate themselves, they
mountains.
should fall.
They throw push into the wind. Who cares if our kids starve to death?
Well,
We will only have fresh fish in this household.
fresh fish or starve.
chances are it's a tiny village. So they're only gonna catch
And-
a certain amount.
Yes, but also they might just not be nice and not give us stuff because we turn up. So we should take enough food to get us there and back.
Yep.
But other supplies we might be able to push our luck.
And you also need to take into account you are taking Zach with you as well.
210.
Nira says she's not travelling with
That makes sense.
Yeah, so you not
you. She will see you off once you head off. And then she's back to rest and write up about her experiences as a dealing with Aspirant Pathfinders.
these guys.
The way I see it, the rations are key. So if we buy the rations,
You don't use them, that's
we
fine.
don't use them all, that's fine. We use them as an emergency backup.
Yeah,
But if you don't have rations, then
then you're in real trouble. So yeah, no, I think all the rations, definitely probably 2 tents, not fussed on a pack animal and or walking or horses. Horses could be dangerous simply because when we get there we might not use them.
Yeah. Don't skimp on survival
Yeah,
necessities.
yeah.
You're gonna need climbing gear for mountains.
And again, I was going to say, we could have a problem with a pack animal. We might be able to get part way and then not actually be able to use it because
Okay,
we might not be
so-
able to get there anyway.
things that you can tell from what you've seen on the map is you start off going through a forest, then through a mountain, then through a bog, then you reach a town on the edge of the water. You take a boat trip across, and your destination is the other end of the boat trip.
Well, if I'm going, no pack animal, probably. So just tents and enough rations, and hopefully we'll have enough money left over for whatever else we need. on the
So you
trip.
just call your mule Sam,
Cool.
and make sure that the creature at the end of the double doors doesn't need it. Move the safe friend.
So we give him the list. Is everyone happy with the list?
Yeah, I guess.
Yep, 109 days ration.
2 tents.
Pack animal.
Nope. Well, we've got to go through a bog and mountains.
We'll lose the animal.
We may not get it. We may not actually
What
be able
is
to.
fair?
Yeah. So no animals.
Everyone has a backpack.
Yep.
I'm presuming the adventure pack
Has the backpack. Here's all of your supplies. You can't carry it, then you don't get that.
And there are some modifications to some other items. Like the adventurer's pack, I believe, counts as 2 less bulk when you put into it.
More first bulk. Don't have
Cool. So we give him the list. How much is that going to cost us?
Right, you want
Can we hire the boat from here, or do we have to hire it at that little town that we
you'll
get?
be hiring it at that town. The idea is no one here knows you've gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if everyone knows that you're gone, then you'll be hounded your entire life.
Gotta get there and all right on our own.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Treasure?
1 week is 40 pieces.
Yeah, no, he can map, I'm just gonna write it down.
Right.
3 weeks. 9 people. 27 weeks. A week. 192 pieces.
The food is 108 silver.
Each one counts as a light bulk, so it's going to be 7.7, so 2 bulk and 7 light. What are we getting?
to 4-person down.
10 to 4 person, 5 gold pieces,
So
1 gold piece.
10 gold, so to 4-person tent, 10 gold and 2 gold. Oh, it's so 2 gold. And do we buy water? I mean, we just fill up the water skins, right? We have water skins. We have water skins in the pack. Yeah. So
There is no water source on the map.
So maybe get extra water.
So can anybody create water magically?
No.
Hold on. With it, freeze.
I don't know there's some holy water.
Create water spell.
It's a spell, but I don't think it's a first level spell. What about purify food and drink? No. Does that count?
Purify food and drink means that you can use swamp water.
Yeah.
But you don't get the swamp water for quite a few days.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough,
Create water is a first level divine spell.
Right. Well, I'm in English now.
I'm not divine.
Arcane divine.
Well, I'm divine, but I don't cast that type of spell.
Right.
So we each have individual water skins. Yeah. But like, is there option for bigger ones, or we just buy like multiple?
Well, you could buy a heap of water, but someone could carry it.
Yeah, no. It's probably better if we buy a couple more water skins.
That's where
Except there's you have to get your
even if
page.
we release the pack animal when we can no longer take it.
I think the point of firing a pack animal.
You've got to bring it
No, that's why we buy it.
That's 2 gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Compared to the 36 copper. I mean, if the animal's going to die, it's worth the copper rather than the gold.
Yeah, but if you die, it's got to pay. And you don't get your deposit back.
Yeah, usually you have a deposit equal to the cost of the animal.
And most of them will want payment for the length of time you expect to take the animal before you go.
Yeah.
And
How far, can we see how far the bog is to town?
the bog is between the mountains and...
Presuming it's that lighter green area just on the top of the
Just
mountain.
trying to get the mouse over.
Okay. Do we need to buy a scroll of create water so someone can learn it?
Maybe. I was just thinking we could take the pack animal to the bog, leave it with the water keg, and then finish the journey, come back and pick it up on the way. Just lay it down with some water and some rations. And it can take care of itself for a few days. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, we either buy one or like we just can't have to carry. We just carry. I mean, we'll get lighter as we drink them, so even if we're encumbered, it won't be encumbered for long.
The water skins don't get heavier with water in it.
Ah. Well, someone why not they can throw the water skin away then. 5 will have many.
So 1 water skin's 5 copper pieces. We need... How much do we get? Bog? Does anyone know purify water?
No.
Are we
We had someone who had purified water.
No. No, it's purified food and drink, isn't it?
I have that. Yeah.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. So yeah.
Just not create water.
Not great.
So how far through the water?
I don't know, I'm not the back reading. She is.
The survival might allow us to find maybe stagnant water or not necessarily fresh
About
water.
4 to 5 days.
Well, we're going through a forest, so that's going to have water. Otherwise,
You'll finish getting through the forest in 1 day. So you'll spend most of the time in the mountains.
Well, I think
5 water skins, 4 water skins per person, because we've all got a water skin in you. 4
Yeah.
days water. 9 people.
This is where it becomes D&D, the spreadsheet game.
Yes. So 180 copper for 4 water skins per person.
so. How many water skins? So I have 140
many silver did you say? 180 copper. Or copper.
36 horses.
36 Varisians. 180 copper.
Is
D&D, SNS, sorcerers and spreadsheets.
And how heavy?
light group.
That's where magic's a little different.
How many lights?
That's 3
Very
gold
10 before it becomes
light.
a stone guard.
Oh, yeah. 10 light bulb people.
No.
But 9 light weighs no different than no light. It's the extra one that makes the difference. It's like 999 coins weighs the
actually
same
dig it out,
as no
so
coins.
it's just a
But
light.
that extra coin you toss on there goes up a bulk. Like, clink!
Yeah.
I cannot move!
Toss a coin to your witcher so he can't run away. That way you can get him.
So if everyone carries a couple, then no one really gets weighed down.
Depends on how much people want the rest of the group.
Yeah, well, I'm probably not carrying anything because I'm tiny, so. I need to calculate my bulk. I
I
haven't
think I
actually
managed to
weapons.
hit just under your strength.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of weapons and armour, so my bulk's going to be low, though I do have a fair bit.
I mean, I do have plus 4 on my strength. But I have heavy armor that's already reduced my speed. Plus I've got like lots
Well,
left.
at +4 it means you can take 9 bulk without worrying.
Okay.
Considering most people start off with 4 bulk, so 5 bulk.
Because I think I can't remember how heavy the armor was.
You can carry pretty much yours and someone else's gear without noticing.
Oh, really? Oh. Okay. So I'm the pack mule apparently.
With all that stuff.
Who needs a pack animal?
I've already got one.
My armor. It is light armor. High armor is 2 gold. Yeah.
Because bulk isn't necessarily just weight, it's also how we can group.
Yeah, well I'm kind of wearing it.
Fortunately, that's what reduces bulk.
No, I know. It also reduces my speed. It does. I'm pretty sure. No, I don't get disadvantage to.
You do get disadvantage to spell.
I do?
Yeah, that was right.
Oh, really? Because the reason why I chose the high was pin. Well, God damn it.
If you meet a strength requirement, you reduce the penalty. So if you've got strength 14 or above, you don't take speed penalty.
Oh, I don't take the speed penalty? Sweet. Okay, well, never mind. I have a speed of 25. Because I have 18.
So you reduce the speed penalty by 5 because you meet the requirement, which means it's 0. But if you were heavy armour, you would go instead of -10, you'd be at -5.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the high armor though for now. I might.
They're rather noisy, which hide is noisy, so
No, that's cool. Because if I got the head like the chainmail armor, I think there's the problem. Yeah.
so you don't stop the check penalty after you win.
Cool. So I have speed 25 because it's 5, and I have them.
And amusingly, the adventure was written expecting everyone to have a move of 30. Because that was what first edition's base movement was.
Well, my best movement is human is 25.
We're not
But that was, second edition is slower than first edition.
Yeah, right.
Did you say 84 on land?
Yep.
So it's about 5 miles per day.
Depending on which area you are.
So far, we've got 180 silver on food, 10 gold on the 2
Because they've given me distances and travel time.
cents, 180 copper.
So So you travel the most in 3 hours at the start of this bit. And you get into the forest. And it slows right down. Yeah. Assuming you also don't leave at dawn. So you head out for 3 hours till sunset.
Is it 10 light for a bulk?
10 light for a bulk. And basically 10 of other things make a light if it doesn't have a weight. That's to stop you just saying, and I have 10,000 miles! It's like, no. You do know, you do have those people.
Yes, you do.
But when it says it's got no weight, it's like, yep, but that's how that weight's done. I actually wrote it in the rules. I had a write-up on the Wakasashi, the short sword version of the katana. And had some people questioning, oh, why are you using the knife group instead of the sword group for the weapon? I had a look at it. The sword group special effect is about knocking someone or moving, positioning someone, whereas the knife one is about causing a bleed effect. And then I put in the last thing, which no one's responded to discount. I said, when I actually chose items, I went by the flavour of the text, which says that this sword is used as part of ritual sacrifice if the person fails. So if they're master swordsman, you're probably going to make sure they want the bleed effect. So ritual suicide really wants the bleed effect, and no one responded after that. Well, I left it up until that point until someone actually went, no, it should really be sword group because it's sword group over here. So, that's the reason why I chose it. I didn't really want to say it, but backed me in a corner. I actually put it up in there. I didn't really want to go there, but this is why I did it.
No, I'm
Apparently no one's objecting to that one now. That's the only thing they object to was the group I gave it.
probably not going to be bad idea.
So let's little plans that help you.
Oh, actually, I really need to
I'll help potions. You can buy healing potions if you want to. So I'm assuming you're saying healing potions?
What, does Poppy eat rations or do I have to get specific, animal food?
Poppy doesn't mind the dried rations because it's mainly meat and protein. But if you try to feed him food stuff, he just sort of looks at you. If it's plant-based. And you've never been able to convince him to eat fish yet.
– 20 to 21 days.
As far as Poppy's concerned, fish isn't real food.
But fish is yummy!
Fish are friends, not food.
Actually, would you have had fish?
You've had fish, but your Poppy doesn't like fish.
Yeah.
Apparently last time he tried fish, he got bone stuck in him.
Yeah,
Healing potion, minor, 4 gold pieces on the 8.
It is a pay-as-you-go sort of plan. Yeah, let me just start you out on the basic healing plan. 4 gold pieces will get you a little bit of life back. And the amusing thing is, if you're under the effects of some of these injuries, you can't actually remove the ongoing effect until you've rested for 10 minutes after you're fully healed. So if you have an ongoing effect on you, the ongoing effect doesn't go away just because you've healed. Someone has to do a treat injury, which takes 10 minutes, or you're being healed by magic and take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's the bleed effect. So up to you.
Yeah.
That'll become some of the most dangerous things in the game. Though you do have special medicine rolls that will stop those conditions. Now, actually doing him in combat has a reason. He's going to keep bleeding if I don't do this. I just got to cauterize the wound. Use the duct tape of healing.
Duct tape of healing. That's what I said. The duct tape boat. Stop.
I forget which game it was. Might have been a computer game. There was a sort of a bug where if you were in combat you could heal, but if you were out of combat you couldn't. So you would continue fighting just so you can heal your partner.
Final Fantasy was one of those ones. I think it was running Final Fantasy 7. So I don't remember being able to heal that side of combat.
Yeah.
But you'd always go, okay, I've almost won, but this guy's down low, so let's not kill, let's just make everyone heal. Heal. Being smacked, heal, back to be smacked again, smack. And then getting that balance right was always hard. And then if you got to the wrong save point, you couldn't go back to an earlier save point. And if you weren't at the high enough level, you couldn't go any further.
Apparently not, but...
So you get to the point, if you have missed too many side quests or whatever.
Yep, I got to that point.
At that point I wouldn't call them side quests, I'd
No,
call
but I
them
was
part
like,
of the main quest because if you don't do them, you don't finish the game.
You weren't required to do them. And that was the thing, that's what makes them a side quest. You could go ahead, ignoring them completely. And I'd done everything from the guide. I'd actually done it using the guide. And then I got to this point using the guide, and I wasn't high enough level. So I really needed to have modded the game using one of those cheat things to allow me to, level up without actually playing properly. So it was one of those farming ones where you're supposed to sit there and farm for ages before you went to the next area.
Boring. Very, very boring.
It's like World of Warcraft at the start. I hit thing, I run away, I hit thing. I get one of those little things that just goes dink, dink, dink.
World of spreadsheets you mean, not World of Warcraft.
Okay, so you've gotten your supplies sorted out. You feel well prepared. Best prepared you've felt in a long time. And your brain's just going, what have I missed? What don't I know? What's going to kill us?
I should at least have 3 more carriages.
And when the supplies turn up, there's this tiny little carriage on top.
Big enough for a little man.
Made out of balsa wood.
No, that's pretty. Oh, damn it, I know what we've got. Should have checked it on the gas from caravan heading north.
People don't walk across this island. It's too dangerous. Caravans don't come across the island, they sail around.
Did we have to go overland then?
That was part of the test.
Oh. I think there's something that's not on the park that's part of the test.
If you find it, let me know.
Just scream.
Scream loudly. We have pictures for that, right?
Scream once if you find it, scream twice if you don't, scream 3 times if you don't want us to come. And if you don't stop screaming, then we'll know to run away.
Yeah, so you stop screaming it, so everyone gets worried.
Yeah, it's when you stop screaming we run away.
Yeah, right. Oh, okay, they're done. That's good.
We need to go meet the guy yet as well.
Okay, so as your supplies turn up, the guy shows up with the supplies. He has look of a person with a disability. He has a cane. He sort of stumbles a bit as he walks.
Can we seat check that?
And he clutches his chest on occasion. Don't you love these escort quests?
Our mule has arrived.
Told you. Needed horses.
Wait, so here's the person we're taking.
Yep, he's your guard quest. You're escorting him to the location and back.
How do you check against deception?
Deception.
Deception.
Deception is the catch-all of everything.
Yeah, one. Push up.
21. Okay. So, as I'm doing his role right now,
Yeah.
he seems very believable.
This is very, very high deception.
Jerky.
Right.
Scott, they think this is going to take mine.
I detect magic in his general direction.
Has anyone picked up any magic she doesn't know about? Did you get a healing potion? Okay. Ping! You pick up magic that you didn't know about.
I'm assuming those books give off. Like, yeah, so I've got things she doesn't know about, technically.
Well, something pinged.
Yep. Bing!
Big ping.
You rest up. You look exhausted. Harry puts his feet up. He looks fabulous.
Yes.
He gets carried on the tiny little carriage.
We're going to be there tomorrow. Like I said, I've got fire training.
Sunday.
So try not to burn too many things down.
Well, I'm using a fire hose, so hopefully.
It'll be a bit hard.
If you manage to burn it down for 5 days, I'll be
But
impressed.
we have faith in you.
I'll find a way to cause a spark through the solar panel or something.
Better not.
Landing lights.
Well, we're actually not allowed to save houses with solar panels
It's funny because more and more houses have solar
because of
panels.
the wiring at the back.
Yeah, it's,
As soon as the ember affects the solar panels, we can't touch it because we don't know if the wiring is being melted through it's causing a short. If we put water on it, it'll go all the way through the water and have a lot of power.
Electrician. I install solar and maintain solar.
Well, tell RFS and CFU that.
No. There's a reason it's bullshit, because we put isolators on the roof so that if a house is burning down, fires can get up and turn the solar panels off and put the fire out.
It's the same thing about using mobile phones in gas stations. The mobile phones that caused that fault, that caused the explosion, haven't been in use for over 15 years.
Yeah.
But the rule is don't use a mobile phone in a gas station as a criminal offence, even though it's got absolutely no chance of actually setting off the spark.
Australian electrical standards, I mean, like, are written in a way that allow people, like, they've got policies that ignore it.
Tell RFS and CFU that.
Like, I'm going to have to complain about it because that's a big fuck you to everyone in the country.
Well, it used to be if you were off the grid, your house wasn't allowed to be touched either.
Well, I mean, they don't want to touch anyone in houses anyway, which is probably why they said that they won't do anyone with solar. That's to reduce the houses they have to protect.
Being off the grid is not a great thing for things like that.
Anyways,
You rest up.
no, I'm working evening.
Yeah, I think you told me that you were working. I think it's down. You may have gotten ahead of yourself. Let's see, is it on my master list? Oh, actually it was no M. No Ross.
So the 7.
Or only 7.
How is
So no Josh as well?
No, I'm good, sorry. I'm in the morning. Sunday.
Okay.
And then I think Friday after I'm off. I'm on an evening, so.
So the 14th.
Actually, how that would be. Oh no, then I will be there. I can't. Yes, I'm on a day off, so I'll be. So next job will be.
Valentine's Day.
I've got to find something to do.
You can always do something in game. If I hear character torture.
Propose to a character in game.
Will you marry me, fabulous orc?
Hey queen! Yes, love. Marry me? Yes!
There's nothing wrong with that. That's supported in game.
Teresa would probably punch you in the face, to be honest.
And then you roll a 1 and then you slip and kiss him.
Yeah, pretty much. With my dice, I would not be surprised.
I feel that like seals fate there. Yep, you're engaged if you want to be or not.
Oh, I just love that storyline. It sounds like something I would have done.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Like, I go to insult him. I roll a 1 and call him a glorious bastard.
Yeah, I do. Oh, no. turn over as you're doing that, and your eyes get all wide. And I was like, "Yep, crash you crack." Crack. All right.
Okay, so he says, "I'm happy to go whenever you guys are." You got a big smile on his face.
Oh, we better start sooner rather than later, I'm guessing, considering the speed we're probably going at.
Looks like he's from Garondi descent. So I'll see if I can get a picture that will help make people understand what that looks like. He's human.
We're coming out on the road.
How much of the path have we given as road?
You've gotten the path that's the road ends at the city gate.
Right.
So, road.
Do you honestly believe you're going to be able to walk all the way there?
I honestly believe I can. Can you?
I believe that I have more chance of making it there than you do, but if you believe you can do it.
I can do anything I put my mind to, he says, with a slight wobble.
Only a slight one.
Only a slight wobble. No examples of progress.
This is human, right?
He is human. So they're among the tallest humans on Galarian.
So,
Yeah.
See you, mate.
Yeah.
I'm a mountain.
This one also.
Sure, I can climb any mountain.
Okay. If he thinks he can
That
walk
applies to something we said earlier.
Look, worst case scenario, we put a rope around him and drag him up the hill. How fast do you think I'm going to be walking?
Yeah. You've got about 55.
I thought I had 20 because of the armour.
You're not wearing armor.
Janzo might.
Janzo wears armour.
Janzo has the strength capacity to not take the speed.
Oh, I thought I made that the same. Okay then. Point is, I'm not that fast. Hey.
So the old man is out running you, is that what I'm hearing?
I feel like it could be possible.
Isn't that the old story? Just have to outrun the gnome?
We don't know. Yeah, let's go for a walk to the city. We need to buy a pack animal once we get there. We'll buy a pack animal once we get there.
Yep.
Very well. Let's do that.
He follows along with you. Wobbling the whole way.
Wobbling.
But does he keep up?
He keeps up.
He keeps up. Interesting.
So by the time we get there, get to the city, is he clutching his chest, breathing hard?
No more so than when you met him.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
I'm going to give it a shot. Or could just pick him up, carry him.
I thought I was going to be carrying you, and plus I'm the party
Carry us
captain,
both.
apparently.
Yeah, that's it. Carry us both.
I think I will be a bulk then.
I'm
Carry us
exactly on
both.
bulk.
Slowly.
Okay.
I presume I'm carrying your water skins on top of mine, on top of your pack.
Possibly. But then, hey, I can carry him.
If you're Janzo, maybe.
Or maybe I will be.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Okay, so you start heading out a bit later in the day, considering you spent half the day getting supplies ready.
I think this is a test. I rolled a 23 to medicine check on the guy first.
Oh,
To make sure that part of the test is him dying halfway on the tree.
good
Pass.
test.
What did you got in your medicine check?
23.
23. Okay, looking him over, you can't actually see a reason for the limp.
Well, yeah, sure. Annoyance. That's a reason. That's a
To
reason.
myself,
Well, Quest tried to do the same thing to set him against his deception, and found out very quickly that his deception is off the charts.
Well, no. We found out that he wasn't lying.
You may believe.
does he have a cane?
He does have a cane. He's using the cane to balance himself with.
That's fine.
How sturdy is this cane? And do we need to get like blood?
Do you have deception?
Nope, that's all good.
That's a sword cane, isn't
It's
it?
like
7.
Looks like a twig. It's not going to support any decent orc, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. What is this?
No orc will be caught dead trying to lean on this thing.
Smart orc. No, my toothpicks are the little dots.
I thought her toothpick was the gnome.
No. My toothpicks are the poison dots.
Yeah, I remember.
That got stuck into me.
Did you need to upload it by default?
I have no idea. Well, we've already 2 bulk out of, was it 9, did you say, Martin? With my armor, I won. No, my weapons is 100 calculated.
6 or 10 straight on things.
I'm bulk 8 also please.
5, 7. Don't forget rations.
We've got the rations,
There's 10 bulk. 17 bulk in rations alone.
well, I said not the rations, but that's okay. Plus we've got the water system. They're light bulb.
Yep, each one's a light bulb.
How many of those counts as an active bulb?
10 of your light bulb acts as an actual bulb.
Right.
So all your light bulb act together.
Right.
The only thing different to light bulb is the coins. So you can have 9 light bulb and 999 coins, and they both give you no disadvantage.
Right.
How much percentage?
It's also partly why I suggested you diversify your coins. Carrying a little bit of everything is quite useful to you.
Oh, sorry.
So you can recognise the race of the people you're dealing with and give them something that's favourable to them. It's a favourable translation to begin with.
What was it, 3 weeks? 3 times 9.
I've got people food by 27.
You need something?
21 for coffee, which is
You need any more drink? Okay, so you get to the edge of the city without any major problems. The guy is huffing and puffing behind you. No more louder than when he showed up.
That's good fun.
Tell him to let us know if he needs any assistance or anything.
Yeah, he looks at you. I'm not that for a little while. Yeah.
Whether you be young or old, I'd still say that.
He just pats you on the shoulder and says, "That's okay. I'll let you know." But you're not so young yourself, no?
No, I'm not.
You've done too many trips like this, and you'll need a cane too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great.
Oh,
I love that.
Things like that make people you got your eyes on the book.
So what time of the day is it? So it was
You're heading out probably with a couple of hours to sunset.
And how close is the forest? Is it right on the doorstep? It will take us a bit to get to the forest.
Forest will take you a little bit to get there, but not too much. You'll probably reach it in the next 2 to 3 hours.
So should we get to the forest and camp just on the edge of the forest for the night? I mean, we might not want to be in the forest. We don't know what's in there. We might not want to be out of the forest, so we might want to make that decision when we get there. But
Yes, to sort of recondense a little bit into the forest so people from the city don't see your campfire and come and investigate.
yeah.
Especially if you're trying to pretend that you're not actually going off and doing something important.
Right, yeah, okay. So a little bit into the forest. How bad could that go?
Well, presumably we'll set up watch rotation overnight.
So I'm glad you got a tip for me.
And others, yes.
You've got to share with the rest of the party.
Don't I rate attempt?
You
Rate
do.
as much of attempt as the rest of the party. Actually, you rate more attempt than most of the rest of the party rate.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Okay. So do we get to the edge of the forest now?
So, you travel for about 9 miles to get to the edge of the forest.
Yep.
And it takes you a whole 3 hours.
Yep.
Just so you know, this is the fastest you'll travel over the entire trip.
Yep.
Are we reevaluating how long this is going to take us at this point?
You don't know.
Mm.
But hey, 9 miles in 3 hours is a fantastic accomplishment compared to what else you'll be doing.
Yeah. Like, normally like 20 miles per day for 5 feet.
Okay, that's alright.
We're making good time.
So I guess we get to the forest and everyone does a bit of
You're
a
heading into the Khan lands, a broken landscape of blood-salted earth and ruins of countless failed assaults on Absalom's walls. And it soon yields to open fields and fertile ground. Ahead, a vast forest comes the foothills of large range of snow-capped mountains. The well-trodden road soon ends at a tall wall of trees signaling the end of civilization. So actually they built the road right to the forest, but apparently couldn't go any further. They couldn't build additional pylons.
a perception from the edge of the forest to see if I can really see anything inside.
Okay. Give me a perception.
I think that's meant to say perception, not deception. No.
Perception, yes. Apparently your fearless leader is making a perception roll as soon as you reach the forest.
Reach the forest.
Yep.
I'm going to use my survival to try and find it.
I got a whole 9.
Your fearless leader completely ignores the signs of things looking at you.
This looks good.
And the edge of the road is the flattest spot in the area around there.
So did she trip over immediately?
Nope, didn't critically fail. Just didn't notice anything of importance.
Maybe I'll do a quick nature roll as well to see if I can notice anything around, looking like if anything's going to sting us or bite us or... Oh, that was better. 8, 9, 20, 21.
21. Okay, having a nature roll look around. Well, there have been horses through here recently.
Ah, horses.
Considering there's a lot of horse crap here too.
That's it.
Good fuel material for burning.
Got some horse shit here.
Are you going to collect it?
Oh, I'm fearless leader.
So, yes.
That's Orc's job.
No, it's really not.
Definitely not my job.
Hey, I didn't say which orc. You guys can cut that one out.
I think we both say it at the same time, not our problem.
I don't need a fire.
So if Oakstay's not here, does that mean it goes back to fearless leader?
Yes.
Fearless leader would be able to carry that. They'd be too big for my tiny hands.
Is it athletics or climb the tree?
Sure.
I got
So you got a 15 to climb the tree. You have no problems climbing up the side of the tree.
I'm going to try and roll perception. Just behind us. That's a 26.
Okay, so looking down, you see 3 centaurs looking in at the party from under the tree that you climbed up. One of them's looking up at you with an arrow pointed at you.
Centaur?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No centaur.
Horse crap.
They're just after attention. They're the centaurs of attention.
Alright, I'm gonna use my message hand
One of them might be a fighter, wants to be fronting centaur.
to message fearless leader
Yes.
that I can see 3 centaurs from here.
Oh, do they look friendly?
No.
That's a shame.
Alright, well, I'm going to go hunting.
And one of them's aiming a arrow at me.
Oh, it might be wise to get out of the way then, dear.
No, they're centaurs, not you.
What are you talking to?
So you can now point at him. So your mum beat on him and move out of the way.
His message sends a message back.
Yeah, but that doesn't speak it.
Well, I have message. I send one back. Saying you might want to move out of the way.
And from below you hear, "Oi, you in the tree, what you doing climbing our trees?" Yep, you hear, "Oi, what you doing climbing our trees?" From the tree.
I was scouting.
You were scouting our tree. Did you find the tree?
I did, thank you. It's a wonderful tree.
Well, we quite like our tree. So if you try to cut it down, we'll have to, have words with you.
No, I was admiring your tree from up here. It's lovely.
Why is one of your members sniffing what I left on the road?
What do they look like?
He just looks at you and says, pile of shit.
Them or the item?
The item.
Could you describe them to me?
Oh, he describes,
Sniffing the shit?
well, you examined it.
They have peculiar interests.
It's a gnome, they all have peculiar interests.
I can't argue that.
Any gnome that doesn't have a peculiar interest doesn't live very long. Sorry.
This is true. I assume this is your forest or your clan's forest?
My clan claims this forest. We're currently hunting cats. Are you a cat?
No, I'm an elf.
That's good, then I won't try to attack you.
I appreciate that greatly.
Have you seen a glowing cat around here anywhere?
No, are they common in these parts?
No, they're very uncommon. This is the first time we've ever seen a glowing cat. One glows with this yellowy light and one glows with this reddish sort of light.
No, I'm not familiar with those, I'm afraid.
I've been passing through here the last day or so.
Huh, okay.
They're not very nice.
Are they hunting here?
No, we're hunting them.
Right, okay. Well, I will inform the others to look out for them, and we will inform you in case we see them.
Do you wish to help?
That's a question you'd have to ask the one infecting your excrement.
I don't think I like talking to gnomes. Could you do so for me?
Give me 1 moment. I will send a message to Madame Excrement. And I will ask these center are seeking a glowing white cat and glowing red cat. And
You might also want to ask you, was the crap a new experience for them or not? Because, gnomes like new experiences, so they don't die.
I may or may not leave that bit out. And they are requesting that we join their search for these animals.
We will happily keep a good eye out on our walk, but we don't have time, dear. We have the old man with the old sticker.
I will pass on your message. And I will pass it on to the centaurs.
Okay, give me a diplomacy roll.
Oh god.
Diplomacy.
That's a 9?
Okay, the elf sort of embeds itself in the wood right next to you, saying, "I don't like your tone, Sonny."
I'm sorry, I'm not used to speaking to centaurs. My culture lessons is bad.
Probably how you said it.
Exactly.
I don't speak no good.
I do words good.
Word's bad. The word's bad.
They sort of look at you, just snorting your direction and head off.
Okay, I will.
Apparently, you've insulted them.
Good job there, honey.
They came this close to hitting you.
Probably, yeah.
God, what happens when our field medic goes down?
The medic picks them up.
Who's going to travel with packs?
The other mate goes, I can charge for this.
After having a thorough look around, not here if anyone's following us from behind, I'll
Okay, give me another perception.
another one? Okay. That's 16
Yeah, you can see something glowing faintly in the distance, following your tracks.
behind us.
Yeah.
On the path.
Yeah.
probably one of those damn
Do I know
cats.
what colour?
Red.
I'll message Fearless Leader and let them know that there's a glowing red that's following us about yay back.
Would the centaurs still be in range of message? Because you could send them a message saying, "Oh, I've just seen the thing you're hunting."
They might try and shoot me again.
Yeah. Well, that's a risk I'm willing to take.
What have you got against
So
centaurs?
I've got message. I'll send it to them anyway.
Did you want to send them to their death?
I'm going to climb back down.
They're hunting the cat. We're just helping them out.
They're sending them to their deaths.
Oh well.
Let's dead for a bit.
More rations,
They wanna hunt
right?
something that's way above their level.
Oh yeah.
Technically, this is not a bad thing because
Yeah, they
no
make
one's
it.
supposed to know we're here. So we didn't eliminate them. Somebody else did.
So you send a message to the centaurs?
Do you tell me?
What, the red things behind
Yeah.
us? Yeah.
Yeah, well then I send a message to the centaurs.
Okay.
So you have the message?
Yeah, I've got a message.
Okay. Give me a diplomacy roll.
Oh.
10.
I can diplomacy good better.
Better good than you.
That's where the better came.
So you say something very insulting to the message. By accident.
Red thing behind your fat ass? Okay, sure.
Keep your ass over here.
And stop dropping your crap or I will.
What to drop? This is youngin.
And you watch a moment later the 3 centaurs go charging right through the roof.
Towards the red dot?
Yep.
Oh, it's fine then.
Okay, so everyone who's on the ground gets to make a reflex save.
Ah.
Or get trampled.
14.
Oh, okay.
18! I'm spry.
I might need to.
22.
Oh.
You can use a reroll if you want. There are
10 o'clock, so I haven't used any.
Yeah. Any other?
there are 3 left. You want one?
Maybe. What does the 12 get me?
Not traveled.
Well, you'll find out after it happens.
My new roll is 18.
Yeah, I got 18.
10.
Under 12 is 4.
I'm going to use a reroll as well.
Okay, so that brings us down to 2, and Morgan used one.
Yep.
That brings us down to 1, because Em was using one as well.
12 plus 6, which is 18.
Okay, so who got below 18? Woo! 18 was the magic number.
Oh, thanks.
Or take 10d4 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus. I'm so glad I called them.
Very.
Don't think I'm unbreakable.
You just bounce up and down on their feet as they go.
1d10 plus 4. Oh, right. So 1d10 plus 4.
Yeah, one.
d10 plus 4.
I
just wanted to
So
see
a
what I could-
d10 plus 4.
Oh, a D10 plus 4. Oh, that's not too bad.
It's still,
It still hurts.
5 to 14 damage
Yeah.
I would have survived.
on a pass through.
Cool, so they're not that weak. Maybe they'll give the cat
So
something
on
fun
a,
to play with in 5 minutes.
if you had got a 8 or lower, that would have doubled.
Oh no, I've got 10.
Okay, so yes, that they rush through and knocking everyone off to the sides.
How big are they compared to me?
Ask Celestial something.
They are large creatures.
Okay, so they're probably.
So basically their bodies are passing at your head height.
Yeah. So they're bigger than 7 foot. Yeah, wow.
They basically take up equivalent of 10 by 10.
I come up to the top of their foot.
Yeah, where did you come to? What, like my shin?
Doesn't get trampled. Just clocked in the head first pass.
So, it can be devastating, and considering that we got 40 feet a base move.
Ow.
They can go thump, thump, thump.
And you're
Who called the bloody centaurs?
I did, darling. And now we don't have a centaur problem anymore.
They were a problem to begin with.
They could have been, but now we know they're not.
What? Why centaurs? How did we get to centaurs?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, right, no one knows.
I was
Like,
yelling at you. Like,
Last we heard, there was someone in the trees yelling at crawling the
Right.
trees.
We insulted a bunch of centaurs, so we sent them to get eaten.
I'm sorry, what?
What's eating them?
You're welcome.
Then you hear a scream like from a horse coming from towards the city.
Oh god.
Probably move.
Yeah.
You can go have a look if you like.
My vote's to not camp here. Let's keep nosy. Yeah.
Can we get well into the
Hightail. Let's
forest?
hightail.
What about the old
To
guy?
what? The other centaurs who were mad we killed the other centaurs?
He didn't even seem to be in the line of their charge. He'd already started moving off to the side. He was actually looking. He was looking for a rock to sit on.
And if we ask our lawyer over here, all we did is give them the rope.
They asked for information. We gave them information. What they did with the information is their own doing. Running off to certain death when we told them that the thing they're hunting is over there.
I didn't know that. None of us knew that, right?
No, it's just me.
None of us
Yeah.
knew that.
And who actually gave that message? We'll never know. Alright, so you want to keep moving into the forest a bit more? That's the general consensus? Alright.
At this point, I would like to climb down.
At which point
No,
you hear
you must
the
stay
sound
there
of
and tell us what happened
another
next.
shriek from down closer to the city.
Another tree. Oh, okay.
What is killing these centaurs?
Big red cat. It was a dog, dear. Dog. Big red glow cat.
Garfield.
Yes, Garfield. Garfield is killing the centaurs.
That's a very bad guided law.
Garfield, the big friendly cat.
Or it could be a walrus, you're not sure.
I'll catch up. I'm going to jog off down to where I hear the screaming coming from.
Please don't.
We
Please
tie
thank you.
him up.
She said she'll catch up.
So what's
Hello?
everyone else doing?
Can I try and grab him? If I spot him with someone trying to go towards it, can I stop them?
Sure, if you can
Try.
beat his passive reflex.
What's your passive reflex?
So that is 10 plus your reflex score.
Which one?
14.
And what am I rolling?
Your dexterity.
I'm rolling dex.
Yeah.
Straight dex?
Straight dex. You're just trying to grab him as he goes past.
Nope.
You get free, lady dog. Run! Be
How well do
free!
you go?
I note that the orcs move towards me.
Yep.
I sprint. I put some distance between the two of us.
Lady Dawn is grey.
And then I'll break in the jog. Because I don't know how far it is.
So how are we waiting here? Are we going?
No, we'll keep moving. She said she'll catch up.
Down, and I'm assuming it's something you roll.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I'll just send you a message roughly how far away they are.
Okay, so they're about 120 feet from the party.
Generally, I would be able to see sort of what's going on.
Sort of, but it is getting dark. Just this slight little red nimbus off in the distance.
Do you have low light?
When I get to within 50, I'll stop and light spell. And move forward.
Okay.
I don't want to get involved.
So you're not worried that's
I just
going to
want
bring
watch what's
attention?
going on.
Okay,
So we move a bit closer in.
as you turn on your light spell, okay, bing, you're standing right in front of a decapitated centaur.
Russians!
I'm assuming it's not a nice clean decapitation like a sword.
Well, it looks like a bite mark or something. You just climbed up and went, beep.
Yep. Okay.
Which is why you only heard 2 screams.
Do you want to keep looking there, Lady Dawn?
Certainly do.
And you can see what looks to be 2 centaurs trying to go off in either direction with most of their rear completely mangled.
Okay.
So it looked like they were a rather painful way for those ones to die.
How many were there? There were 3. And one's dead. And 2 are running away.
No, 2 are dead. They're all 3 dead.
That was just sort of...
You heard the death of 2 out of 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
Pretty hard to scream without a head.
Oh, right. Yeah, fair enough.
And then there's just as this head rolls right into your feet.
Look where it comes from.
There is a silhouette of a cat. That's of unusual size. Bony protrusions sticking out of it at various uncomfortable looking angles.
Is
My,
this God's roll?
the character will probably takes it, I don't know, 10 to 20 seconds to realise what's going on and to come to terms, and then she'll kneel down.
You hear this purring coming from this thing. It just goes past you. It just seems to go past right through you, and it's gone. You get this sort of reddy glow to your skin at the moment. You've been blessed by your god.
That's pretty much all the characters take it from this. It's like, that's freaking awesome. So I'm going to get up. I'll have a look around at these dead centaurs.
You can find that there are 3 long swords, 2 spears, and a couple of arrows that survived.
Kind of
The arrows for a longbow.
No bows?
Bows being broken. Finally, one of them had a bow, 2 of them had spears.
the size of those they usually had in 10 times the height.
I don't know, any coins?
They weren't carrying any coins. Apparently, they didn't use them.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
With a picture of them, make them look as if they really should be using stuff because
Yeah,
they look a lot more civilized than they describe.
Fancy outfits.
Well, the girls get the fancy outfits. The guys just get the big muscles.
I'll drop into detect magic.
Yep.
But then I'm not expecting anything.
Ding! You detect magic that you're not sure of. Then you look at your skin.
Yeah, I'm the shitty. Fair enough. I'll turn around and walk back to these guys.
Is he still red by the time he gets back to us?
Yep.
How far up?
Well, now I feel like we're a target for all the other centaurs because they have something red and glowy.
And you also notice that you can actually see in the dark without light.
I think the cat's possessed
Message
more
that
than
I'm doing
anything
out
else.
20 feet. So I'll message you asking, are you okay?
Well, you see the light source go into where the carnage was, and then him walk there, then the light go on, and then the light wink out as something red hits the light, and then the red thing starts coming towards the party.
And we're totally not freaking out
That's what you see.
apparently.
Yeah, I'll ask if you're okay and if you have a future career as a glow.
I am doing excellent.
That's fine. You can send up the glow. Turn up.
So are you assuming that she runs around naked at the moment?
No, just we don't want a beacon in the middle of the forest going, hi, we're over here, you know, like sleeping or something.
Yeah, oh friends, as the Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you travel an extra hour into the forest and it gets really dark.
Well, not with Miss Lighty Light over here.
Well, it's not giving any light for anyone to see by.
Uselessly. Useless.
Yeah, but 1, 2, 3, 4.
Have you got one light? I have one light, yeah.
5. Yeah, so 5.
Once you get into the forest, the starlight doesn't work.
Yeah.
But you can still see.
Anyway, so we find a nice happy spot.
You find a nice happy spot and start setting up a campfire.
Ration time!
Met centaurs!
Yes.
And we got them
And
killed.
Got them killed.
Which was obviously the right thing to do, assuming you're
The only one
glowing.
you could get was light.
I got another 16. Maybe.
Okay, you climb a tree. He doesn't talk at you.
I'm trying to find a big enough branch that I can kind of tie myself onto.
There are many of those.
And then I'll take a watch and also then rest there.
Okay.
Whatever the rotation is.
so I have a vantage point.
What is everyone else doing?
Find a nice comfortable place to set up my sleeping area.
Well, there are 2 tents.
And I'll finish my meal. Are you organising the watches, Glorious Leader?
Sure. Everyone should do a shift of watch, except me. No, yep, everyone can do a watch, and we'll pick sticks to see who goes first. And I do a little stick trick.
Hang on. First or last?
First.
Because it's the worst.
Yeah.
I want you to go first.
First is the best.
First is best.
The last is also
Well, see, everyone wants to go first, so we'll do the stick, and whoever gets the shortest stick.
I'm just waiting to be told when my shift is.
Well, now you got to come down and pick a stick.
No, you can just message me.
But how are you going to pick the stick? Because he doesn't like it.
It's safer than with the rest of the party. He hasn't been trampled yet.
And as a scout, I have that vantage point.
Oh, who's got an Android? Who's it?
With the stick up?
With the Schwazi.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is the rest of the party using my
No, there he
phone?
goes. 4.
Just
Saves me having to get like
roll D20 and the lowest is the short stick.
okay.
But are we going to like do hunting or subsistence?
17. Well, I'm doing this first.
It's 15.
Well, Lady Dawn knows there's some fresh horse meat.
Yeah. 18. 17.
It's an hour and a bit of back that way though.
And the highest number is first watch?
Lowest.
Hey, horse flesh is fine.
So highest
Let's
number.
go for the shortest stick, so we're doing low.
Intelligent
Oh, it's
creature
first
equals cannibalism.
Yeah.
Just thinking.
So highest
It's
number.
only cannibalism if you eat your own race.
That works actually. I was
It's just
going to make
considered
us
evil
roll
to
it.
eat sentient race.
Okay.
So, the amusing thing is cannibalism does refer to eating your own race.
Yes, let's be your own race. Otherwise it's not cannibalism.
Who got the lowest?
It's just an evil act.
So, theoretically, I mean, are we talking like your subspecies, or are we talking your race, like humans eating humans, dwarves eating dwarves?
Humans eating
Yeah.
humans, dwarves eating
Okay,
dwarves.
I'm assuming that if you had multiple intelligent races, cannibalism would be an overall concept that would encompass all.
I have a similar thing, whatever word it means for multi-race, but that is considered evil to eat a sentient species.
Because I can imagine sitting down to eat an elf, most people would be like, you fucking what?
It's not cannibalism, it's just you're being evil. You're eating a sentient person. What's wrong with you?
So that means you've gone to an orc banquet.
Did anyone get lower than the 17?
Just be going dark vision, low light,
Yeah.
low light.
So highest number I think
11.
is
Well, we could have, but now we're doing dice rolls.
So lowest number is the
First one.
first watch.
I got 1. Ah, 7.
7.
Lucky 7.
Reroll then.
No, the
No,
two
so-
short sticks.
Yeah, because you're going to have
Ah,
two people.
okay. Well then you two are up first.
I was up first anyway.
Alright, so
I think you and me are
What's
last because
yours
you're
for last?
17.
You got 11, you got
What did
18,
you get?
18. So then me and
15.
So
the
there's
Sim, and then you two.
Wait, what about you?
Yeah, me and Sim.
No, but you got 17.
Yeah.
He got 15.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
well
got
then
11.
you and Sim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so you got the worst shift.
No, I don't want to be in the middle of the night.
We are.
Ah,
Fearless leader says so.
who elected you leader?
Oh, I wonder.
Let's talk about that.
Alright, so
I'm
if,
sure we elected Chancellor leader.
if anyone who isn't on watch wants to go hunting, that's fine. Otherwise, get them there until your next shift. And stop glowing. It's weird.
This is the blessing of my God.
It's awesome.
I have to last forever.
Want to go eat something?
Well, then it will be less weird. But used to it.
Berries, wolves.
Does anything interesting happen on their watch?
We shall find out.
Pretty sad when light comes out your bum.
Okay, so perception roll for the people on watch. So you're on first watch as well now?
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, that's not too bad.
21.
That's 25.
25. Okay, as you're looking around.
Your glowing face.
You do see silhouettes pass overhead. Yeah.
The forest.
Quietly.
Are we talking bird size, albatross size, flying elephant?
Oh. Flying elephant? Well, who knows? Give me a nature roll.
Flying elephant, okay.
Nobody said it. I rolled it. Nobody saw the dead center, so we could have said, dead center of the forest.
That's
Existed until then.
19.
The 19. Okay, you think it's a giant bat. So the bat is probably as big as you are, with a wingspan of about twice your height.
That's what? Wingspan.
So it's basically considered a huge animal.
Oh, okay, right.
Big.
Do we know if they're coming to this area? Have we learned anything of Pathfinders that might communicate?
Most of Pathfinder doesn't deal with what happens on the island, because it's such a dangerous place.
Right.
And you did also note that its eyes were red. And had that glow of their own.
Oh, they themselves were dying. Okay.
Just their eyes.
So the reason probably why we found a
I
shelter
will
part of the forest is...
message you that I've seen these bats and checking that you've seen them.
Did I say 20?
You saw them. You saw the silhouettes with the red glow.
Keep watch, Lucas. Alright. Okay. We'll keep watching.
Well, the point being on watch is you're quiet only if things get very close to us.
Okay, so the rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
Okay.
And then we have Rest and Persim. Do you tell them anything?
Yeah, I'll pass on a message that we saw two large bat creatures flying overhead with red eyes.
How many times?
Okay, so you get to make a perception roll.
20.
20. Okay. So, while I'm on watch, while Quest keeps looking to the sky for these bats. You didn't roll it once, so we didn't actually fall asleep. You do notice that a wolf with red glowing eyes sort of scouts the path you guys have walked. It doesn't come within 50 feet of the group. But it did seem to look directly at you. Give me a intelligence roll.
18.
You have this striking remembrance of sitting down having dinner with someone in the last week that had eyes so similar to that. And basically that memory comes to your mind and you almost like you're reliving it.
The Jotaro thing.
And then it's gone and the wolf turns and leaves.
So someone knows we're out here.
Stefan's brain was going, oh no, it can't be the truth, they don't exist in this way.
Okay, so the rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
Yep.
And we're up to the last two.
Alright. I say about the wolf, and we were told that bats flew overhead. Similar glowing eyes. Well, glowing eyes. And this wolf had glowing eyes, so could be related, but keep an eye out. An extra eye out.
And when he's talking, he has this strange accent that you've never heard him speak with before.
Righty rude.
It's just slightly off.
You put the wrong embossed instead of
Yes, exactly.
So what's as if he's been out having a drink with someone?
But yes, there was something. Oh, and I also mentioned that I felt that the wolf might have been familiar. Not a familiar.
I was going to say.
Who's in the
Except that I think character or boy.
Okay.
Something batty.
Something fatty. Sky time.
So, your two guys get to make a perception roll.
16.
And then we get to roll up and see who turns up in the middle of the watch. Which personality takes flight.
Oh no. Well, that might change the perception. Alright, 23 at my list.
So you'll be noticing something happening and it could change completely differently based on what personality you get.
Oh, great. Oh.
Okay, and so in the middle of watch, you hear this blood-curdling scream, and Tuja just runs off into the forest.
Shit. But I've got a better perception, if that makes any difference.
And we'll stop it there for today.
Oh no. So I kind of like, I turn around as I see this happening.
Yeah.
Spring.
And your puppy just hides.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna go find that druid.
Did the kid show up?
Yeah, I'm guessing everyone wakes up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
imagine so.
everyone wakes up to the blood-curdling scream.
Yeah.
So we brought the cage, right? I remember asking for a cage.
You remember there's this little carriage that, it's not exactly the cage you were asking for.
I imagine this blood-curdling scream within this yellow. Place your bets!
Papa on the midget!
Which is probably the only words that she's learned.
Yeah, they bring a familiar tone. Yeah.
Time starts now!
Round one!
I've got 2-to-1 odds. The Jews are find the kid first. Then, for some reason, leave it on.
She has a unique war cry. Round one!
This would be interesting if that were the only word she knew. But you might also know, it's a knockout! And then, fatality! So, is Fidget getting worse and worse as we go?
I don't know.
Did the fidget actually run off?
Yes.
Yeah. Fidget ran. I mean, I don't think Fidget's changing. Fidget's like still oblivious to all of this, I think.
Fidget's now in a new forest.
Yeah, Fidget's like, okay, maybe this is home. And goes running to find it, I guess.
Oh well, I guess she doesn't have to come back.
Oh no, fearless leaders!
But she has both the wayfinders though. Actually, she wouldn't have taken her pack. They would be in the pack.
Nope, but they don't work for anyone else.
Yeah, but that's fine because eventually when it's
Just gonna leave me to die? That's fine.
I'm
We don't need
I'm
her.
pretty sure you can take care of yourself.
Oh, poor Fidget, we knew her well. Well, turn back to the Janzo, my Janzo had no equipment. Then it turned into and didn't have a spellbook.
No, they didn't manage to last like 8 years by themselves. They have to have some tricks.
Yes, but they're now in a new forest. Their tricks might not work.
I'm more concerned that half the wilderness in this forest is not going to make it.
I'm concerned for the forest too.
I'm concerned we just woke the forest up.
If you had to kill it first.
So, where the fire start in the forest? Well, there was this gnome.
That was scary. Someone reactionarily cast fireball.